double check here. There we go. We are ready to go.
Nice.
It's Saturday Day Live, starring Eric LeBron, Ryan Gonzalez,
Hey.
Jonathan, and musical guest. Just kidding, there's no musical guest. Welcome back to Saturday Day Live. I'm Jonathan Donath, here with my good buddies Eric LeBron and Ryan Gonzalez, here for another Saturday Day Live to just hang out, chill, talk about what's going on. Guys, what's happening?
You first.
Doing our thing as usual, man. Just getting home from work this morning and ready to talk toys all morning and start getting at the desk, just our usual nerd weekend.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
Just hanging out with some good people, drinking a brewski, loving life.
Yeah. Michael Casper.
What's up, Casper? All right, so I'm about to pour a beer. It's called, you ready for this? You're going to love this. Unicorn Farts After Dark is the name of the beer. And this is I got a little 4-pack here, which I am not going to go through. We have a Christmas party to go to later, or holiday party.
Nice.
But I was sold on this because the guy told me that there's like edible glitter in it. And I'm going to try to see if it's visible here. And it just kind of looks like a Guinness.
Is it the same consistency as a Guinness?
Similar, maybe a little bit thicker. Ooh, very chocolatey. It's a chocolate cinnamon crunch breakfast stout with gold glitter, which I've never heard of before.
Well, sorry, guys. It's just water for me. It's only 10:30 in the morning here. It'd kind of be weird if I started breaking out the booze so early.
Fair enough.
All good. I'm cupping a little head change with my vape, so it's all good. I'm right there with you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Before we get started here, just generally, how was your toy week? What was the last week? What was it like? Did you have any pickups? Any stuff you were checking out on the internet? Like, what was happening? You first.
I got in. I ordered a couple of these off of Entertainment Earth. It's the Spawn Redeemer fig.
Nice.
$8.29 a piece. So I ended up getting 3 of them. I basically got them just for these wings, dude. These wings are freaking beautiful.
Absolutely.
All the detail on them and stuff. So yeah, I picked up a couple of these dudes, obviously for custom fodder. And other than that, I finally last week, right after the show, I showed you guys I got in my Father Christmas figs. So I put one of those out on display and put the other 2 safely tucked away in totes. What else? Gotten a couple of like I said, just some of the other trade stuff that I've been doing, stuff like that coming in, but not really heavy on the purchasing side. I'm holding off on a lot of stuff because financially, like I said, I'm trying to kind of regain my footing for the coming year.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to mention it or not. You had mentioned something before about a trade you just did involving Wolverine. Is that something you wanted to mention or no?
Yeah. I just came back from the post office. Did a trade this morning with the guy on the Cabal. He was looking, obviously, I mean, a lot of guys are newcomers, which is awesome. I mean, I enjoy seeing more of the newcomers a lot more than I do of, I'm not to say there's anything against it, but I mean, a lot of the guys like myself, posting, pictures of my own personal figs or collection. Like I've been doing it for long enough. Everybody knows I collect Mythic Legion. So I try to kind of, limit the, kind of quality over quantity content from myself personally, but let the other guys kind of let that door open for them and kind of let them have their fun, especially all the new collectors. So yeah, I hit up a guy this morning and he had some Mezcos and some other figs for trade and was looking for an unknown one and Valak in his want list. And I had both of them, so I was like, yeah, man, what do you think? Let's make a trade. And good deal on both ends, and went to the post office, and both of our packages are on the way. And he's only up in Northern California, so not too far from me. So
Nice.
yeah, he's well, actually, it's not even Northern California. It's like Oxnard. It's like northwest of me, so it's like not even that far. Maybe like a 2.5 hour drive from my place, but just figured, yeah. So it saved us both on shipping, which is, man, these days shipping's just, it's unbelievable.
Insane. It's
Yeah,
insane.
insane. Like I said, I get scared every time I go to the post office with the box in my hand. Like, oh, what's this going to cost me, man? It's going to hurt. You know what I mean? Especially because I feel like every time I trade or sell something, like it's always like someone like on the far East Coast. It's like, man, can't you guys be like in Arizona or you know what I mean? Like so Texas or something, at least halfway across. No, they got to be on the flipping other side of the United States. But yeah, so yeah, it was a good trade, man. Like I said, it's good to have genuine people to do business with, and like I said, the more you get your name out there and the more people know you, the more friendships you have, the easier it becomes for all of us, you know what I mean, as a community, and there's nobody trying to stiff each other, or it's just, I mean, it's just all good vibe.
Is that your first mezco, or do you have other mezcos?
Oh no, I have a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not big on the mezco game at all. The very first one I bought was the Michael Myers Halloween figure. That was
Gotcha.
the very first mezco I ever bought, because I saw that and I was like, oh my god, I just freaking fell in love. But I'm not really into the mezco thing. Like I said, what else do I have? I have the Ronin Wolverine, and then I have the Nosferatu, and now I have this one coming, the Wolverine. Like I said, I've obviously cherry picked like my favorites to me as far as those type of figures, but all the other ones, I mean, there's a lot of really cool figures, but I'm totally not in. I just don't. I never wanted to jump into that rabbit hole. It was way too deep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
expensive. It's super expensive.
yeah, super.
Very.
expensive.
But that I wanted to say that Wolverine figure is freaking awesome. Like,
Yeah. I've had, like I said, I've had my eye on it, and like I said, like the figures I showed you last week, I've had my eye on like a lot of figures that I've passed on throughout the years and stuff. And I've always said, hey, if I see this come around and there's a decent deal on it or a good trade or whatever, like I'm gonna try to jump on some of these older things. Like I said, you find yourself doing mythics 100% of the time. You kind of realize after a while that you've missed the boat on a lot of like awesome figures that are out there, and it's like, shit, I got to go back now and like see if I can grab them without getting freaking just taken to the bank.
yeah. What about you, Ryan? What's going on in your week? I noticed that you were taking some photos and whatnot. What's been happening?
So I still got this guy out, the Constantine.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I was actually worried because they in the promo pictures they obviously didn't show him with the cigarettes, but he's got them, and I'm digging it.
Nice. That's weird. That's weird, dude. That like they opted to throw the cigarette in there, and good on them. You know what I mean? And started trying to be like socially correct or whatever the shit. You know what I mean? It's like I remember way back we got the what was it? The Revoltech Wolverine, and that had a little space in the tray for his cigar, which he can actually hold in one of his holding hands, and they opted to take it out of the packaging when they shipped it. I was like, that's weak, dude. So I actually ended up, for my figure, had to make my own. But yeah, go ahead, dude. Sorry, I was just freaking rambling.
And then I deflocked a Bryophytus.
Nice.
Or Bryophytus, however you want to say it.
Yeah, Bryophytus. Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw Jared Toy Bro post it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a try. So
yeah,
why not? And then I also got the I don't know if it'll fit in frame, but
It's
the
massive.
Wave Rider.
Oh,
yeah, it's massive.
And then it also came with the soft good vest right there and the trident.
nice. Who's that by, dude?
Mezco.
That's Mezco.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. I asked only because I saw that he had like the plastic legs, where Mezco's I'm normally used to everything being soft goods.
Yeah. I was telling you, Jonathan, the only thing that I wish they would have done was they would have just gave it a little bit of light. Just throw some lights on there.
Yeah, and that seems weird for Mesco too, because they put lights in like everything. Like, I got mine too. Mine arrived,
Nice.
and I looked at it. I had no idea how big it was. It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's it's sizable.
So I was thinking about even doing a review of it, but I need to get my Captain Nemo out of one of the plastic crates that he's in the garage while the reno is going on.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had a chance to dig through it yet. But number one, I love Captain Nemo. You know, spoiler alert, when I do my top 10 of the year, Nemo is definitely going to be on it. That Wolverine is definitely going to be on it. And then there's going to be a bunch of damn like Alithia on there for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I do think not putting lights in that Wave Runner, I'm really surprised I didn't do that.
I mean, it's still cool, but I think just like not even sounds, just the lights where the yellow is, it would have been cool.
But like having that stand, I mean, that's a cool way to augment the display. You know what I mean? To get
Yeah.
Nemo up high, and you can have dudes underneath him. Question for you: did you get the crew? Did you order the like? Because then they had the set of the crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
I only got one of that.
Okay.
So it was what, 2 figures if you only ordered one?
I think that's right. But like you can
Yeah.
mix and match to make different versions.
Yeah, so I only got one set or whatever. Who knows when that's coming out?
What's up, Trevor? What's happening?
Trevor.
What's happening?
Speaking of Sod Cutter, I don't want to cut you off, but dude, great review. I love that review, man.
I still have to watch that, dude. Yeah, I'm catching up.
Sorry, I messed up.
No worries.
All right. There we go. So I want to add our little stream slideshow here.
Nice.
Boom. And I wanted to set the stage, and we're going to get into some slides here with what we're talking about. But Eric, you posted this picture. It looks like you like organized your workspace or whatever.
Yeah.
I posted a picture of it in the Cabal, and I commented on it because this just like, it just like makes me like, it just like relaxes me, and it looks like a space that you just want to like sit down in and like get into some nerd stuff and get some work done and just get lost for a while, man. Like, what an awesome workspace.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. It definitely inspires, man. I mean, I'm a really psycho organized kind of person. I mean, OCD level, you know what I mean? So it's like if there's any type of mess, I'm like I just like I can't function anymore. I walk seriously like in circles in my room, and I can't think of what to do. You know what I mean? Because it's just like then finally sometimes I just have to break it all down, stop everything, and just totally clean house. You know what I mean? So I just putting the desk back together, because it was a disaster. I mean, especially after the probably 5 or 6 months before Legion's Con going in there. I mean, I was just at that desk. I mean, 24/7 all the time, just trying to pull things apart, put things together, paint. You know what I mean? It was a nightmare. So yeah, putting this back together and adding a couple little extra things to make my organized, space a little bit more workable. The 3 shelves to the left of the picture with the Citadels and the Vallejos and the Armory Painters, I actually added like some little foam risers to the Citadel shelf on the bottom end, so I could kind of see my Citadels. And that I actually moved all of my contrast and shades over to that shelf, and then the big shelf that has all the Citadels on the right side of my desk is just all the colors. So I kind of reorganized it in that fashion so I could find my stuff faster. And yeah, I was just I was actually humbled and quite surprised at the reaction my post got on the Cabal. I was really taken back by it. I was like, man, that's kind of cool. I just cleaned up my desk and was like, here it is. You know what I mean? I didn't realize there was there was going to be that many people just kind of moved by it. So I'm very thankful and very humble to share. Like I said, anything that inspires anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it's the thing that you don't really expect, but like having a workspace like that with everything you would need makes you want to get into it.
Yeah.
Just seeing that, it might seem like something innocuous, like this is just your workspace, but like seeing that like makes me want to do stuff too. Like I'm sitting here at my desk, and it's right now it's nuts. There's like figures everywhere. I have a pad with all my notes on it. I got a photo booth right here, and it's like I just want to clear it all off, You know what I mean? So I can get to the next thing. And this picture kind of makes me want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I mean, like I said, all of us. I mean, sometimes you just have to put the brakes on and just get yourself a clean start. You know what I mean? Even if it means putting everything away in totes or boxes and kind of just starting from scratch. I mean,
Yep.
sometimes it just has to be done because it's like I said, in our lifestyle, everybody knows. I mean, it's no mystery. We all get just for
Inundated.
better or worse, just a cluster of just random shit that's going on constantly in our world of nerdism, so to speak. You know what I mean? That sometimes, like I said, you just get lost and you have to kind of draw it back and start from zero again.
Yep. And then
Yeah. This picture calms my brain.
so does
Oh.
this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I believe, to correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but I think this is Ryan's, holiday picture for 2022. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, dude.
So what can you tell us about this photo? I know we got the Christmas Gomez. I guess that's the construction worker Gomez, right?
Yeah, Union
And
Gomez.
then Father Christmas. Tell us how this photo came to be, and the little story about how you put it together.
So as soon as I knew that Father Christmas was the figura obscura, this shot has been in my head since I got the figure. It was just sitting down and actually having time. And I was like, you know what? I talked to Amber. She's like, I think that's a pretty good idea. And then once I actually set it up, I was like, what do you think? She's like, I love it. And then I wanted to put like all the different grubs that you would have gotten with like past Mezco orders. I don't know if you noticed, but there's the grub in his pocket too.
Yeah, I see that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love
But,
how the Holiday Gomez has the martini too.
Yeah, he's just Father Christmas, spreading cheer throughout the multiverse, just loving life, making everybody happy.
It looks like a Christmas postcard, like they're waving at you.
Yeah.
This should
Yeah,
be
with the lighting, I mean, it's kind of cool from my aspect is that with the lighting, like you can't even tell that the staircase almost looks like a staircase in a home instead of it being like where it would be like stone or whatever, and you go, oh, they're in a castle. It's like it looks like they're just in a home. That's what makes it cool.
yeah, it looks
That's
like
what
family ties.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for, because I was using a ring light and I really didn't like it at all because it made the back so dark. And even if I messed with the camera settings, I was like, it's either too dark or too bright. So then I used like the Lume Cube, the square light,
Mhm.
and I used Trevor's technique, and I grabbed some white board and I just bounced that light off of there.
Nice.
I think
What,
it's
Ryan? If I could ask, what camera are you shooting it with? What do you got?
Nikon Z6 Mark II.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, I splurge on toys all the time, but I genuinely, I was like, I'm just gonna splurge and get a decent camera.
Yeah.
anybody that, first of all, if you watch this on the replay or whatever, if you're not already following Ryan on Instagram, follow him, Toy Goof and Gons. And on his Instagram, Ryan has pictures that he put together, both of the Constantine figure, and he's got a quick little video clip of him setting up the shot with
Nice.
his camera. And I was like, oh my God. So like that thing is legit, Ryan. I didn't know you were working with like such serious stuff, man. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I picked up a Nikon D90 maybe about a year ago, just to start messing around and kind of getting into the camera scene. So yeah, hell yeah, Trevor,
Yeah.
Nikon, baby, Nikon all day.
I was using a Canon, and then I made the jump because I did a little bit of research, and I said, you know what, I think I might be leaning towards Nikon, and then I just made the jump.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, I did want to mention real quick. Thank you, Ryan, for giving me the shout out. I did a review of Theodore Sodcutter, the Mezco release, that there was some talk about recently because he dropped like at the end of October, and it looked like an in-stock drop, and I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And for Mezco, you can tell if it's in stock because it'll say buy now, right? Like that means that they have it pretty much ready to ship. But then he didn't ship for like over a month, and I got the shipping notice for him on Monday. He showed up on Tuesday. And I ended up having some time. I worked on a review Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday night after work, and got it out. And he's a crazy figure, man. Like, he's nuts. Like, very much like anybody that's into like or likes like Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt, anything like that. He's just a very unique, bizarre figure. Um, and as far as the review goes, like, I worked really hard on it, and I did want to say thank you to everybody that took a look at it. It is officially my first video ever that's gone over 1,000 views.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. Congrats, dude.
Congrats.
Really been close, so it's been
Awesome.
awesome. It makes me feel really good, that the hard work paid off, and it's awesome. I just wanted to share my toy thoughts with everyone, so that really makes me feel good.
That's great, man. Congrats.
I saw your subscriber list jumped was it from that video? Because I know it's at like 125 now, or
I must have got like 30 subscribers just from that video, and it's still going around. So it's cool.
Awesome.
If you haven't checked it out yet, it'd be great if you checked it out. If you have already, thank you very much. I super appreciate your time, and I hope you had fun watching it.
Nice. Now, what IP is that from? I don't know anything about Sod Cutter.
It's brand new, so it's a new like subline basically from Mezco called Gangrene Estates.
Oh, okay.
And they haven't really said much about it. This is just the first character, but it's it looks like it's going to be like a horror type themed line. Just super creepy.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah,
stuff.
I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think the soft goods, the scarf, everything about it, man. I think it's great. I just didn't recognize the character, so I was like, I have no idea what that is.
I will say my favorite part of the video is when the talk like an Italian hands. I love that. It caught me off guard.
I love to like just going through all the hands, and like he's got these two hands, and like, hey, listen, hey, what do you want from me? Type of thing. So I don't know. A couple people thought that was funny, so that's kind of what I was going for. And then I kind of even liked. There's a couple of photos that I took real quick, and the funny thing was I sort of like finished the review, and I was like, damn, I never did like I don't want to, like, when I do my reviews, I don't want to do just what everyone else does. You know what I mean? Like, if you'll notice, I don't go nuts as far as going through articulation, just because I don't know. Like, I obviously care about articulation, but articulation to me is just, does it move around good in my hands? Does it feel good in my hands? When I set it down, does it stand, type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not as much focused on that. So I don't focus on that in the review, but I know people like comparisons. So they know, okay, how big is this thing? How's it going to scale with other stuff?
Absolutely.
And I was like, all right, well, let me take some photos, because I did have some stuff in mind. Like, I wanted to take a photo of him with this guy, the Symphony of Horrors Nosferatu. So I took like one with him, one with Hawk P40, and then I did the one with Father Christmas that I put in the Cabal. So I stuck those in afterwards, and I kind of really liked the way they came out. I was proud of those two.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, so he's the first one in their series, huh?
Yeah, he's the first one. I don't think they've really said anything else about it. All they released, they solicited this character, and they put up like a little stop motion promo video about Gangrene Estates. And at least as far as I know, and maybe I just missed it, as far as I know, they haven't really said much else about it, but it's clearly going to be a new line that they're just going to have, creepy characters. And this is going to be the first guy. And I'm sure there'll be, who knows, like zombies, vampires, monsters, whatever. So I'm kind of pumped about it.
They had gremlins you could get with it too, that glow in the dark, I believe, too, right?
Yeah, so they had when they released him, you could also buy a pack of, they called them Graveyard Gremlins, and they were just little glow in the dark little goblin dudes. Do I have his box here? Yeah, I do. So this is like an illustration of kind of what they look like here in like cartoon form, but like little glow in the dark guys. And it was like a pack of 13 for $13. So you get like 13 of them for like $1 each. And if like you bought the Gremlins and Sod Cutter together, you got like a percentage off or whatever. There was some kind of a small deal, but they sold out very quickly. So they're sold out. He's sold out now too, but you can hop on the wait list for him. Now for Mezco, 90% of the time that doesn't mean anything. But every once in a while, a wait list will cash for Mezco. So he's You know, you get them from a comic book store or hop on the wait list or do a trade or buy it privately from someone at this point.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Go ahead, Ryan.
the wait list doesn't hurt because you won't get charged until it actually converts, if it converts.
Yeah.
So it's
You know
not a
what's-
bad thing.
You know what's funny is I had got on the wait list for the Symphony of Horrors Nosferatu, and I forgot about it. I just got the email that it got canceled, so I guess they're not expecting to have any more. So luckily, I was able to get one from my man Ryan. So that's where I got this guy.
Nice.
This
Nice.
one.
Oh man, it's broken now.
Yeah, and now it's broke.
Luckily, it's carpet down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll have to add that to the upcoming list of trades. You know what I mean?
What, Nosferatu?
No, the that
Oh,
sock-
Theodore Sockcutter.
that is a pretty cool figure. Like I said, I love horror figures, so I'm down for it for sure.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's got like, and they did not. You'll see it if you check it out. You'll see like they leaned into it. You
Yeah.
know, like some of the heads are like freaking like two of them in particular are like terrifying.
Yeah. I actually went on the Mezco website and checked it out when I saw pictures being posted of them. I was like, what is that? And I went and checked it out. I was like, whoa, that is a pretty dope figure. So
And
Yeah.
he's got light up features. You
yeah.
know,
Oh,
his
nice.
eyes light up. His lantern lights up. Although I say in the review that the two things. Number one, the lights are powered by little tiny watch batteries, and they're so small. You got to be so careful handling them because you can
Oh,
lose them easily. And then the lantern, which I have right here,
Yeah, nice.
is the battery compartment's kind of loose. So what I did is I wedged like a piece of paper in between the batteries, and that got it tight enough so the contact powered the light.
Right on.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Also wanted to give a quick shout out. I don't know if Trevor's still here or not, but Trevor, Nate, and Bill from the Dork Lair, Bill Junowski, Nate Strong, and Trevor, Legion's Lounge. On Monday, there's going to be a very special one where they're going to be talking about the top 5 Legions of the year. So you guys probably saw it. So that Trevor had like the little, you know, the poll in
Yeah.
the cabal. It's where you could vote for your top 5, and I don't know, man. Just thinking about it, like it's really tough to pick a top 5 of just Legions from the year. There was so much good stuff that just boil it down to 5. Did you guys vote in that poll, or where are you guys at on that?
I can't even remember what my top 5 were, but I know I voted. I mean, like I said, even like I said, trying to think back of like the top 5 best figures. I know like maybe like Alder was in there. The Unknown one for myself personally.
Mhm.
But like I said, off the top of my head, I should have actually wrote that down. I didn't even really think about it after I had done it when I voted.
Here, I voted, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
You know,
Neither
but,
do I.
like, you know, if you take into account Alithia, you know, the reinforcements
Mhm,
are fair game. Deluxe Legion builders are fair game.
mhm.
Red Krampus is fair game. I would need to double check. I actually don't think the Furious 4 were in there, because I know Trevor was talking about how they would handle that. Like,
Yeah.
they would be a part of the poll when they came out for the regular release. But Headless Horseman was part of it. Like, you
Oh
take
yeah.
all that stuff into account. Like,
I think that was like probably my number 1 was the Headless Horseman. I didn't vote for any builders like the Reinforcement Wave or the Deluxe Legion Builder Wave. I didn't vote for any of those. So
there is one of those in particular that stands out to me, and that's Black Knight,
mhm.
because he's so like he's just so fantastic as a pop and swap component. Like the shiny black goes with so much. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. The Black Knight to me is like he's worthy of the list. I don't know if he actually is top 5, but I wouldn't argue with anybody who put him on there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was funny when that order came out for that All Stars wave, or the Reinforcement waves. He was one of the very few I didn't order any of, because I had a Black Knight from the very beginning. Like that was one of the first figures that I acquired when I started collecting Mythic Legions was a Black Knight, and it just like after I got him, I was like, okay. And then I had already ordered a bunch of other like builder bodies, so I know his was a real go-to body for a lot of customizers.
Yep.
So it was like I just wanted the figure. I had plenty of other fodder figures or that body style to to have in ease of use to make customs with. So
When reinforcements came out, I got an all-in. I ended up getting an all-in for the
Yeah.
reinforcements, so I didn't get doubles. When it came in, I loved Black Knight so much. I took because I got all an all-in of the reinforcements plus, remember, Sir Gerard was
Mhm.
available as part of that order too. So when they came in, I took the just combined, very simple, combine the Sir Gerard with the Black Knight to make basically like a Black Gerard, and I thought it looked so cool. I'm like, I need more Black Knights. And then like right after that, I think was Zolocon, Ryan, if you remember.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I met up with you and Amber, and I was like, man, I just want to get some Black Knights. And you were like, oh, they had Black Knights this morning, and I'm like, damn it, I missed it, and they had sold out of like all of them.
That's
Dude,
great.
they burned through those.
Yeah, but I've gotten a bunch since then, so I'm
Nice.
Nice.
happy with that.
Yeah, the prices on Black Knights for a while were freaking out of control, dude.
Nuts.
It's a great figure. It's one of, to me, it's like a quintessential Mythic Legions figure because it's a standard character that could fit in anything, right? A sword and sorcery type, or a knights and fantasy type thing. And for like customizing and part swapping purposes, he just goes with so much.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
great figure.
I had to throw this up. Eric had a really great idea of doing like an artist appreciation corner type thing where we just give shout outs to some of the great stuff that we've seen online, especially in the Cabal. And the funny thing is, Eric had pulled this picture. I saw it earlier today and I had pulled it. This is Emil Wickman's illustration that he did of, hang with me here and correct me if I'm wrong, Bella Lulith, right?
Beulith.
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 Okay. B, as we call her, B. And all of her little monsters that she comes with from the upcoming Necronominus wave. And apparently, Emil posted this on the Cabal just this morning.
Yeah.
And he had talked about, I guess he was talking to some people about doing the illustration or illustrations like this, got home, did it, and then posted it this morning. Dude, I was blown away by this. I would absolutely love to have this framed.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, man.
Like,
so good, dude. So good.
Like, I don't, like, Nate Barch commented on it too and complimented it, and like Nate is the Four Horsemen, like illustrator or whatever, but this thing, man, I'm sure the guys at Four Horsemen will see it, but this should be official. This should be something that people can buy. I would pay money for this, 100%.
Freaking awesome, dude. I'd love to see, like, I know there's, they already have the original comic book that they have going on, and I would love to see this in a mythic style, comic book style with that on one page and then a full write up, or going into the storyline or whatever to bring in this whole new series of characters. I mean, with artwork like this, I mean, it's amazing, man.
Yeah,
just something amazing.
It just, I messaged him and everything. I was like, dude, it's so good. Like,
yeah.
And you see tons of really great work in the Cabal. That's what I pop in there multiple times a day, every single day, just to see what people are doing.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff is mind blowing, but this, I don't know, for something, this in particular, this photo with taking that character, and putting her sort of in this light, the way he did all the different monsters and the things flying in the background, the Terpiculi or whatever that is. Like, this illustration speaks to me, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So good, man.
Yeah. All right, so Eric, tell me about I know that this is we're getting into a bunch of the photos that you sent over, man. Some really great stuff. So tell me about this one.
Yeah, one of our Cabal members, Ben Martin, posted a couple pics that he did of some illustrations he did of the kind of like the Four Horsemen, his kind of versions of it, and he was talking about how he was he's a big fan of the whole Four Horsemen, kind of storyline and mythology, and he was very happy that the Four Horsemen were releasing the entire series of characters, and he was really happy about the skeletal horse, and yeah, he posted some pictures, and I was just amazed by the artwork. Sorry that the photo quality didn't come across so great. I mean, I just took screenshots of it, so it's just one of those things that
Sorry.
it didn't come out as good, but
Sorry, when you put up the comments, I've noticed that like it'll hide the if you have 3 people, it'll hide the person.
yeah, I'm like, where did Ryan go?
So I was trying to
I'm still
reconfigure.
here.
No,
I could reconfigure it in a way that it didn't do that, but I'm
yeah,
sure I'll figure that out. But yeah, this is almost got like a Van Gogh-ish quality to it.
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
Beautiful artwork, like I said, and I mean, I hate seeing stuff like this go by and not kind of get the appreciation that it truly deserves. And I just, like I said, I thought it'd be, since we do this show, I mean, I thought it'd be a great, you know, kind of thing to kind of shout out a couple people and just give them, like I said, give them their due credit and show people, you know, that maybe might have passed it by in the flood of, you know, posts that go on the daily. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this was another one that he did, was just, like I said,
I
just
like
beautiful color and everything. I just
That's
love it.
awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It just, like I said, with all the skeletons and, you know, it's just great, man.
Yeah, there's so much going on here. Like it, and one of the things I really like about it is that it's very much his own spin.
Yeah.
On it. Like it's very much an interpretation, you know, the way he, like, it's not like a straight up, you know, I mean, this is also very much an interpretation.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I really love about it is like seeing it through a different lens. Like these were very different, right?
Yeah.
But like, and in this one, there's so much there. Like you have to look at it three or four times to see everything. See the skeletons like in the ground here. Like this is like a, you know, like a molten muck situation that they're jumping through here. Like it's nuts.
Dude,
Yeah.
from the spears, I get like Vlad the Impaler vibes, like Dracula in the background. Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Here we go. And we're getting into some of the stuff that is or soon will be available on Wolf King.
Yeah, as far as I know, they should have these new pieces available, which I thought were just, I mean, some amazing new work and new sculpts coming out from Wolf King Customs. Big shout out to Len. You know, like I said, runs a fantastic show, and just he does his thing, man, and he's got great artist support to, you know, keep feeding them you know, these great new products for us to customize our mythic figures. And yeah, I just thought I'd, you know, throw a couple of the sculpts up, and, you know, and just, like I said, let this stuff shine, man. It's just beautiful work. The more the merrier. It's just going to keep so many people so happy for so many years.
Yeah, I saw Len's post about it, and I missed his Friday live yesterday. I try to catch it whenever I can. Sometimes, like if I'm working from home, it gets a little bit easier to check it out on Friday. But I was in the office.
Yeah.
But you know, so I missed it yesterday, so I was bummed out. But I saw the post about some of the stuff, and there's going to be one in a couple of slides that's really my favorite.
Yeah.
Here's another one. So this is General Hedgehog, or I think actually the General. And, and this isn't this the character that Curtis was doing?
They sculpted that live.
Yeah. Emil sculpted this live. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Awesome
it's
sculpt.
beautiful.
Yeah, just
It's
awesome,
beautiful.
awesome sculpt.
Incredible. It was like, and they were coming up with the character, and I think Steven did like a whole bio for him, right? He's like this brand new character they created as part of their line, right?
Yeah. And I love it. One of the things I really appreciated about this sculpt was not to, like I said, not to take away from any sculpt from any artist or even the Four Horsemen themselves, but this sculpt in particular really I love the way it fills out the horizontal space on the head or on the shoulders. You know what I mean? Because the body looks, you know, massive as a warrior. You know what I mean? If that 1.0 body is nice and big, so you kind of want to fill out that head space that would kind of match that body style instead of having like a thinner, you know, head sculpt, which a lot of the figures do. They look great, but they do have thinner profiles to their faces. This kind of thicker head profile I really love. It's just awesome.
yeah, he just there's so much character in that face.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? You can look in that face and see like a million war stories. Like this is a grizzled
Oh
old dude who's seen some shit, and you don't want to mess with him, right?
so good, dude. So good. Yeah, the scarring. Like I said, when people look at him and get the better, like I said, high detailed photos of them. I mean, just looking at all the like the scarring, the tissue that he has, and even his eye patch has a great, like kind of messed up look to it. So
Yeah, it looks like weathered, right? Like
it's just all busted up. It's cool.
what's up, Bill?
What's up, dude?
Bill?
Yep. Thanks again to Bill too for letting us broadcast this in his Dorclair collectors group. If you happen to be watching this on a replay on YouTube or whatever, and you're not in the Dorclair collectors Facebook group, check it out and see if you can join, because it's an awesome group of really great like-minded collectors that are into all kinds of different stuff. And thank you again. Oh yeah, listen,
My shirt.
Yeah.
this is my shit right here.
Yeah.
100%. Here's the next one.
Yeah. It's cool parts. Like I said, new weapon and like an Aztec style like warrior head with like a bird style helmet on it. Just like I said, just amazing stuff, man. Like I said, it gives so many people so many options to do great things with these.
This one's my favorite right here, though.
Yeah.
Like the crazy, like it's like Death Dealer meets Willow, like something crazy. Like I love this. Like you can even like barely even see the crazy wizened, monster face underneath, and these like horns wrapping around. Like I think I need to get this one.
Yeah, that's a must have.
Yeah.
Have you started painting yet?
Who, myself?
Obviously you do. We know you do.
I have. Here's what I've done. I've bought a lot of paints, and I've done a little bit of painting. I don't have anything I've done in front of me. Well, I have this. You may have seen this already. I posted this a bunch of times. This is my gold blend.
Oh, nice.
My gold goblin I did. I'm really into like metallics and like bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought some. This is like I forget what this was, but this wasn't like a paint that I was super happy with. But I bought what I believe is a set of Citadel. I think it's Citadel metallics. And I haven't busted them out yet, but I want to try to get like a whole crew of like goblins in various metallic colors. So I got a bunch of Goblin Legions builders. And if you remember when they did the reinforcements and the Goblin Legions builders were like in stock for like ever.
Oh
like,
yeah.
a while, I'll be like, all right, I'll get like 2 more. All right, might as well get like 3 more. So
Yeah.
I still got like a bunch of them. So that was the other thing. So in the back of my head, I was like, when I buy this, Jonathan, talking to myself now, you have to paint this thing. You have to try because this thing is too good to sit in a box somewhere, right?
Yeah. Freaking, like I said. And there we go with our awesome freaking multi-talented friend Brian Almeida, man, just freaking knocking it out of the park and starting to post up these war wagons or war chariots that he's making for Mythics. And I just, like I said, I'm just can't say enough about how good and how detailed and how awesome these are, man. It's just amazing. Brian, amazing person, man.
Oh yeah.
Throw Vetus or Vitus on there, and boom.
Yeah.
Like, can you hook it up to a horse? Hook it up to a Balius or something?
Yeah, and it works into the like his
Coliseum
saddle or whatever. Yeah, so it works perfect. I've seen him do the setup on it, and it's just amazing.
So no, I don't know Brian, but like, and I know he was creating stuff for a long time anyway. But if I have it correct, I could have sworn that I saw like him post something sometime that said that like he only started creating dios, like, and he's largely known for his dioramas, right?
Yeah.
At least in the Mythic Legions community. Like last March or the March before, like like I saw that, so I messaged him. I'm like, I don't even know, but I'm like, did you say that? Look, you just started doing dioramas like last March or something like that? And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, that's incredible. Like,
Yeah.
like I understand, like he was creating stuff. I don't know what it was, but like creating stuff to begin with. But the fact that like he started doing dioramas and is at the level he's at right now, to me, that's for somebody that's never done it, is incredible. Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
his stuff is just simply, just breathtaking. Everything that a guy touches is just amazing, man. And like I said, I don't know, man. I'm just happy to have someone like Brian in our circle of friends. That's all I know. It's just, I mean, having a guy with this much raw talent and just ready to share it and put it out there for the community. I mean, his did you guys see his short live stream of that Dio he made that holds the backing card for the Father Christmas thing, so you can set up in a DTOF? I mean, come on, dude. I mean, it's just incredible, dude. The stuff he thinks up and actually, instead of just a random thought in his mind, he actually puts it down, and makes it a reality. It's crazy good.
And the stuff he's done, like it really, the thing that really exploded was he did the whole, as far as I know, he did the whole Dio for PowerCon for the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
And then I know he did the stuff for Legions Con too.
Yeah.
So it sort of looks like he's like one of the main Dio guys, if not the Dio guy for the Four Horsemen. So I need to get a diorama from Brian at some point. Do you guys have anything from him?
I don't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So I'll be the first.
Yeah.
Did you see Len's comment?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to it. Yeah. So pay attention to the name and description of the new Cutlass sword on my site. So did you look?
No, I haven't.
I just did. It's if it's the one I'm thinking of, it says Eric Colas de Lobrons, if I'm saying it right.
What?
Lord Cutlass. I'm probably butchering that name.
Dude,
That's pretty sweet.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
Hold on, dude. I didn't see this. I want to see on the Wolf King custom site, huh?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What the shit? All right, dude. You guys are about to just blow my mind right now. Are you kidding me right now? Where is that thing?
Not been able to do this yet, but let me try.
It's a Magnus body holding the sword.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, are you serious right now, Lane? What the hell? Dude.
Wait, I'm trying to find it. Hold up.
Dude, I'm gonna get emotional right now. Are you serious right now? Is that really named after me, dude? Like, what the fuck? That's awesome, man.
Dude, it's well deserved, dude. You're a great guy, man.
Dude, thank you. I'm like, I got tears in my eyes right now. Shit.
There it is.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm like shaking right now, dude. I can't believe he did that. Dude, Len, thank you, brother. Thank you. That's freaking awesome. I did not even know that till right now, dude.
He said, read the description.
Oh, man. What the hell?
All right. Here, I'm going to hook this up right now. Where are we at? We are here. Boom. We got to pull this up. Sorry, guys. This is live TV right here.
Dude, thank you, Len. Thank you, dude. I'm freaking, oh my god, dude. I'm freaking shook right now. That's freaking amazing. I'm so, dude, thank you, bro. That's so awesome.
1 second.
Damn. That's freaking cool, man. I'm freaking blown away, dude. Oh my god.
Hold up. I'll get it.
Michael's saying that Brian will be on the Legion's Lair the 27th.
Sick, dude.
Nice.
I love
Yeah,
Allegiance.
if I'm not mistaken, Brian, if you didn't know, Jonathan, Brian came from the RC industry. He's big name in RC.
What does that mean? What's RC mean?
Radio control cars and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, that's a crazy industry.
Yeah, he's real big in that industry. He has been for quite some time, from my knowledge. Before he got into mythics and customizing and making all these crazy ass good things and coliseums and chariots and awesome dios. It's just, I mean, like I said, the guy's just a tornado of talent, man. He's just unbelievably talented. So awesome.
I don't know why this is not working. Just bear with me for a second. I got to get this up. I got to figure this out somehow.
Yeah, no doubt. Dude, that freaking literally just threw me for a loop right now, dude. I'm freaking I'm like out of my body right now, just floating around right now. It's just, what the hell just happened? That's so cool, man. And Len, you just you made my weekend. You made my Christmas, bro. That's awesome.
You got the Greg grin going on, like he had Allegiance count all weekend, dude.
Like, yeah, I'm loving it, dude. That's so awesome, dude. Thank you, Len. Thank you, bro. That's amazing, dude. Like I said, this community, dude, it never ceases to amaze me, dude. Just how freaking inspiring and just giving and sharing and like I said, just open arms to everybody, man. Everybody deserves a piece, man. It's just, like I said, this community's so good.
Boom, there it is. Can you see it?
Ericolas de LeBrons. Warren Cutlass. That's freaking awesome, dude. Oh, man.
And that's freaking awesome, dude. Well done.
Awesome, dude. Freaking hell yeah, dude. I'm freaking so pumped.
Commonly found on a beach, often late at night. This costly cutlass sword will never let you down. That's pretty sweet, dude.
Oh yeah, late night, all day, baby, all day.
All right, I'm gonna need to buy like 10 of these. So you're gonna have to buy like 50 of these swords now, Eric.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm gonna be worse than Greg, bro. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm a sword. Everybody needs to buy 10 of these swords.
I'm a sword.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know who Facebook user is, but you're right.
Yeah, this is gonna be the new sword for every Mythic Legion now.
Yeah,
late night baby.
Yeah.
You need to like call it like, you know, color, like have it like in 50 different colors, right?
Late night, baby. Hell yeah. Yeah, super dope, dude. Super dope. What a great surprise, dude. That, like I said, that totally caught me totally off guard. I didn't even, like I said, I was just taking the pics that they had on Facebook. I didn't even go to the site yet and, you know, check out the inventory or whatever. So I had no idea that that's what this was all about.
Dude,
so dope.
Everybody that watches this now, if you catch it on the replay later on, because I know a lot of people will, go to Wolf King Customs, grab some of this stuff, grab yourself about 10 of these Aricolas LeBron's worn cutlass swords, man.
Yeah.
You need 50 of them.
Yeah.
50, minimum 50.
I will say this. There's amazing talent with like the 3D customizing, but Team Wolf King is absolutely killing it.
Oh yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. And it has nothing to do with my sword.
Yeah, we thought that anyway.
They've been killing it from day one, man. From day one.
Dude, Len, like Eric, you were saying, dude, Len is a great guy, man.
Oh yeah, dude, totally. I mean, there's no doubt, dude. I mean, if you've ever met him or if it's first time or known him as long as we have, yeah, Len's freaking super awesome.
I have a, oh my god. Sorry, I'm knocking everything over here.
It's all good. It happens.
Hell yeah.
That's all right. All right. I'm not going to be able to reach it. Oh, wait. Yes, I am. Ah! Speaking of Len.
Dude, I can't wait to text this to my mom, dude. I'm super pumped, dude. My mom's going to shit, dude.
This is, sorry, Ryan.
Oh, come on, dude. Open it in my face every chance you get.
This is the custom that I won at the that little toy show in Flemington, New Jersey, from Wolf King.
Nice.
There you go. But amazing work, guys. I have tons of. Listen, Wolf King Customs is one of the pins on my Legion's tie for Legion's Con. So you know
Yeah.
how I feel about those guys. So that's pretty. Eric, congratulations, man. How
Thank
sick.
you, brother. Thank you, dude. I feel like $1 million right now, man.
It's well deserved, dude.
That totally made my day, dude.
Yeah, dude, the collection of artists, but it's it's still Len is the main driving force here, or one of the main driving forces here.
Yeah. No,
And dude,
Len, you guys do it. You guys do an amazing job, dude. You run a fantastic freaking show, dude. It's awesome.
and he passes along the teachings of Bret Michaels. So what else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have to paint it LeBron's.
Yeah, there you go. Here come all the puns, man.
Oh man.
Oh, it's so freaking awesome.
You could paint it like yellow and gold, and have it like the Aruculas LeBron James sword.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanted to do that,
Hell yeah.
so I don't really want to take it back down, but that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah. So then the Brian Chariot was the last one we had from the Wolf King sale. But then we got this is Nikki, right, Eric?
Yeah, Nikki Nicole Cheney, man. I just had to kind of share this because it's just amazing work that she always produces of these repainted Brontes style troll heads, and they just like I said, they were just amazing to look at. So I just, like I said, I had to put that in the picks of this week of, like I said, stuff I've been kind of scrolling through and kind of just recognizing just the, like I said, the awesome raw talent that so many of these artists have in this community. And just like I said, I just want to share it as part of the show.
Yeah, and that's Nikki was one of the artists from Legion's Con. I was mad that I didn't buy something from her table sooner, because by the time I got back, I was just triaging everything, and she was sold out by that afternoon, pretty much.
Yeah. Which, like I said, really is no surprise. But I was really shocked at how fast it all sold out.
Dude, I wish I had more money because I believe it was the purple dwarf that you had on your table.
Mm-hmm.
By that time, I had spent all of my money. I was like, man.
Yeah. It was funny that dwarf in particular lasted pretty much the entire show, both days till the very, very tail end of the show. I thought I was actually going to bring him home, and I ended up going over to from me was the Wolf King table, and they had all those like side displays of people's figures for sale, which was another nod to Len for having such a great heart to open up his table space to share that with other artists to sell their products. I mean, that was just an amazing gesture to this community and how it is so open and welcoming and giving. But I ended up buying a skeleton dwarf custom from Curtis Ackerman. I bought one of his figures, and then not even 15 minutes later, he was looking for me in the show, and he ended up buying that dwarf from me. So I'm like, dude, I said we could have actually just ended up trading. You know what I mean? So because we both spent the exact same amount for both figures, so it was like, I'm like, I don't even know why we did that. But yeah, that was a cool custom. I actually felt bad selling it at the end because I was like, you know what, I really like this thing. I could, like I said, I could make another one.
Yeah, I should do that, dude.
Yeah.
I brought this guy out because this is a Nikki painted head.
Oh yeah. Nikki's colors, and I mean it's just so vivid and so awesome. It's just beautiful work every time. Everything she puts out, I'm happy to own one of her custom pieces. I have like probably maybe 5 of her heads, and I actually have she did a Motu tribute for me of one of the Battle Cat characters. I forgot which one it is. Not the Anti-Eternia one, but the it's like
the Faker one.
Yeah, the Faker one. That's the one.
Dude, that is, man.
Yeah,
that is an awesome piece.
A funny story about that piece. We were at not Legion's Con. It was PowerCon last year, I believe. and my son and I were at the hotel at the Hilton where the event was, and Walter hit me up and he goes, "Hey, I just, I pulled into town. I'm here." And, he goes, where are you at? I said, "Oh, I'm at the Hilton." He goes, "All right, I'll be right there." So he came down to the Hilton, and then I went downstairs and met him outside. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm staying at another hotel like 5 miles down the road from the event." And I was like, "What the shit? Like, dude, like, why don't you just freaking cancel your hotel and crash in my room?" Because I had like two queen size beds and it was just me and my boy. So it was like, I was like, "Dude, we basically have an extra bed in there." So, and he goes, "All right." So he ended up staying with us that whole weekend during PowerCon. And when he came up into my room, he kind of unloaded his bag and he had brought those customs to PowerCon for Nikki to sell them. So I was the first one to actually get to see all of them. So he started laying them out, and dude, my money was coming out of my pocket. I'm buying one of these right now, dude, before anybody gets a chance at them. So yeah, I ended up getting that. Yeah, it was called Faker Cat, she called it. Yeah, so
that and then Mattel did like their own version for what, like Origins, right?
yeah, I
Last
think
year,
so.
Duplicate or whatever.
Duplicate, yeah.
It was a Joe Amato thing, right? From years ago.
I can't recall the name, but yeah, I believe you're right.
But she's perfect for that.
Yeah.
The bright colors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I need to get something like that, man. If she'll do something like that again, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, every she did it at the last did you guys go to PowerCon in Chicago or no?
I didn't. In Chicago? In Columbus?
Or well, Columbus. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Columbus. That's where it was.
I mean, either way, I didn't go. But
Yeah.
it's
She
hilarious.
she sent a bunch of Masters of the Universe tribute figures to that show to sell as well. Usually that's what she does. That's her thing. When PowerCon comes along, she makes a whole series of tribute figures and sends them to wherever the show or the event is and sells them there. So
it's funny you should mention that because Four Horsemen did. I didn't make a slide for this, but they did. They did like put out their schedule of like the next, for next year, the cons they're going to be showing up at or whatever, and it's the usual suspects, right? So Toy Con, Zolo Con, but then last year there was a big Legion's presence at what was it, Joe Lanta, I want to say, or Toy Lanta, something.
yeah.
In Georgia. Like I think Walter was there. I'm pretty sure Nikki was there. I think Eric Miller was there. There's a whole bunch of people there, but Four Horsemen weren't officially there. But they're going to be there this year. I need to look because I don't remember when it is. So I was thinking, like, man, it might be cool to shoot out there for that.
Was the last Toy Lanta, was that when William Robert Post, was that when he unveiled?
Yeah.
Or was that Joe Fest?
Yeah. No, that was Toylanta.
Oh, it was Toyland. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to call up the computer thing. Ooh, that's probably not going to happen. Oh, damn it. That's all right though. No, so it's it looks like Toylanta is March 24th to the 26th. And my kid's birthday is March 26th, so I'm not gonna. Unless he says, "Daddy, I want to go to Toylanta." Happy birthday, son!
Yeah.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Yeah.
But look,
Besides when your children were born.
he would definitely go with me, but he would go with me to go with me because I wanted to go.
Right.
So I'm not. So I probably won't make it. So that's all right though. Listen,
All
but
good.
I bet it's going to be dope for anybody that can make it. I would suggest make an effort. I don't know how often. Eric's coming from Cali, so what we need some freaking events in Cali, man. I need to come out there. Is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Because
you don't even need an event, man. Just get a ticket, come to my house, and we'll go to Frankenstein all weekend. That's an event itself.
It sounds like a hell of a time.
Do it.
Yeah,
we'll do a video. We'll do a live from California. I'm in because the flight is like what 4 or 5 hours or whatever. But then even if you have a bad flight, like this happened to me one time because I was going to California. I had a crappy flight. It was delayed. I was annoyed. But then it's hard to be mad, right? When you get off the plane and there's palm trees, right? Like you're like, I can't be mad now. It's California, man.
Yep.
I've never been to California.
You gotta go, dude. We should go.
Yeah, you got to come, dude. You and Amber. Yeah, like I said, I got plenty of room. Guests are always welcome, dude, without a doubt. Like I said, I've had friends come from a couple different places, from like Kansas and up north and stuff like that, and come stay with me. And like I said, I just make a complete weekend of it, of taking them down to the local comic shop and making the run to Frankensons, and just like I said, dinners and the whole nine. So like I said, if you ever want a good time in Cali, man, like I said, hit me up. Do not hesitate.
I freaking love California, man. I've been out there like not a bunch of times, but
The ocean is on the wrong side.
it is. You're like, wait, where am I? I'm gonna turn around the other way. But
Oh, that's funny.
so a cool story is that so in addition to action figures and Mythic Legions, I'm a big music fan, right?
Mm,
Starting in the late '90s, I became like a big house music, dance music fan.
mm.
All through college, like I DJ'd with my buddy in college, and then years later, after we both had careers and stuff, we started like making dance music together, right? So I think, did I mention this before? I might have mentioned this before. I mentioned it
Very, very briefly. I remember, but you didn't go in depth.
So we entered a contest to DJ at an Insomniac event. So Insomniac does like Electric Daisy Carnival and some like big giant music festivals, right? And this was for Beyond Wonderland, which was going on in Bakersfield, California, I want to say, at the amphitheater there. And we freaking won. And they flew us out there. And it was one of the coolest experiences ever, because they flew us out there, put us up in a hotel. We got artist passes, drove us to the festival and stuff.
Yeah.
And we DJ'd at the festival. But like, from a kid from Jersey to have that experience, they're gonna fly me out to California. Like,
That's freaking
Jersey, like, just going to California is cool, man.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did that. That's the first time I'm ever hearing that.
Yeah, dude. It was freaking awesome. I haven't
Throw
done
it down, huh? Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots.
basically, yeah. When I first got exposed to dance music, I used to make fun of it. I was like, well, here's the new song.
Yeah.
And here's the remix of it. But it's like anything else. If you get into it, like everything sounds, you understand everything about it and you're into it. So like, I don't know. I liked it. The cool part was to me that like the idea of being flown out to California to do something was cool to me.
Oh, absolutely, dude. That's freaking amazing.
Trevor brings up a good point here too. There's also SDCC, which I've never been to. I've got to go to it once in my life, right? Oh, Eric's shaking his head.
Yeah, I have no interest in San Diego Comic-Con. It's
Too
so
big, too commercial,
it's too commercial, dude. It's way too commercial for me. And like I said, my personal experience with cons, I didn't. My first con I ever went to, the first ever con I ever went to, was in 2019. My whole life, I've never been to a con, because I've always, like I said, I grew up from day one when Frankensons started. I mean, if you go, you'll have no more questions. It's like a freaking con. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, and everything that's ever been or has or was or it's coming new, it's always there. So it's like, I never had any trouble finding anything that I wanted, whether it be comic books or action figures or what have you. I mean, it's all there all the time. So it's like, I never had any interest in cons to like do the con thing, because I'm like, well, what's basically at a con? And people would tell me, I'm like, well, that's right down the street for me. Why? You know what I mean? Like, what do I need that for? And just like I said, for me, yeah. I mean, the San Diego Comic-Con thing, it's I don't know. It's just not my style. I'm just not, like I said, I know a lot of people. I mean, a billion people can't be wrong every year that attend this thing, but it's just, I mean, I could live without it.
Having been alive for 45 years, I can tell you a billion people can absolutely be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of the reasons why I think in the past a huge con like that, and SDCC is like the con, right? It's the con.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Comic-Con
reasons-
International, isn't it? Is that what it's called?
Is it? It might be. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all right. It's just a lot of the things that made it cool, like in the past, they're not so important anymore. You know what I mean? Because like the social media and everything else, you find out about things. All that being said, like, and I know it'll involve a lot of things that I hate, like waiting in line and things like that. But it's still a bucket list thing for me. Like I've got to go at least once. Like,
Yeah.
Ryan, what's your have you ever, so you've never been to San Diego Comic-Con? Is that something that
No.
you like to do, or is it a bucket list thing for you, or what?
I've at least once. But I've been a Power Ranger fan and Super Sentai fan. I think I've told you this.
Mhm.
They have Power Morphicon out in California.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to that at least one time.
Yeah.
I would love to go to SDCC, but that takes a back seat to Morphicon.
Yeah.
What about DesignerCon, Eric?
Yeah,
What about-
Designer Con was amazing. That's so funny in California, dude. There's man, I mean, there's literally 40 cons throughout the year that hit all different genres, and aside from just your standard like Comic Con or Toy Con, I mean, there's ones that like the Power Con and Star Wars Celebration. I mean, there's tons of them out there that come to California every year that are just amazing shows. I go to one in particular that's become my go-to con here in California is Monster Palooza. It's a monster con, and it's just, I mean, it's just full blown, just epic. They bring in like all of these designers that do all these like full scale like busts and head sculpts and painting, and there's people doing actually live demonstrations of doing like monster makeup on people, where they put people in like full prosthetics and do the airbrushing on them. It's just an amazing show, and it's unlike any other standard con that you would. I mean, they have the tables and booths and stuff like any other con, but all the extra stuff that's kind of geared to that genre. And of course, they bring in all kinds of like actors and people from the horror series genre of movies and stuff to do signings and photographs. It's just a great time, man.
Yeah, and that's like I said, San Diego Comic-Con is a bucket list thing for me. And Joseph H says that he went once, very much a comic book thing. I don't know when he went, but he's touting like the panels for it, right? And that's one thing that I've never done. Like I was going to say, Ryan, I do feel like we're kind of lucky that I do feel like we have a lot of really great cons around us for the things that we're into, right?
Yes.
There's some of them are smaller, some of them are mid-range, like Toy Con New Jersey, Retro Con, Zolo Con, New York Comic Con. I've been to New York Comic Con 3 or 4 times. But what's funny is that I went one time to New York Comic Con by myself before the pandemic. That was actually freaking awesome. Like I was supposed to go, my wife and I were going to go. We had tickets, and she had something pop up at work, and she couldn't go. So then I just, I was like, I didn't know. I was like, should I just go? So I went, and I actually had a blast just wandering, getting lost in the crowd, seeing the sights, going through everything. And like, you never know the random stuff that can happen there. Like I went down to the way New York Comic Con is set up is there's, the upstairs, with all like the main vendors, there's the main floor. It's massive. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. That's where all like the big companies and everything are. But then you go downstairs to Artist Alley. That's where like the artists are with like comic books and stuff like that. And I'm going up and down the rows of all the different independent comic book artists and things like that. And I stop and I see this dude, like, and he's by himself. Nobody's near him. Nobody's talking to him. He's just sitting there by himself. And he's got a table. And I stop and I'm like, I swear to God, that's Larry Hama, right? I'm looking around. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that's Larry Hama, right? And I go up to the table and it says Larry Hama. Larry Hama is just literally sitting at his table by himself. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, sir, you're Larry Hama, right? And he's like, yeah. And that's why I talked to him for a few minutes. He was cool as hell. I took a picture with him, and like, it just seems like, where else is that going to happen?
Yeah.
That kind of area. You know what I mean? Like, Larry Hama is like, if you're like into G.I. Joe or anything like that, like he's like a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
did the G.I. Joe comics for years and years, for decades.
Yeah. That was one of my biggest takeaways. Like I said, since I had never been in the con, world, that was one of my biggest takeaways that I never realized was part of the con world, was the like Artist Alley style setup that they have in most of these cons now. And yeah, that was awesome, especially for me. My personal bucket list takeaway from any of them was the PowerCon experience where I got to spend some time with Rudy Obrero, the guy who did the original box artwork for Masters of the Universe. And it's just like, I mean, talking to that guy and, like I said, having a great conversation and just appreciating his work and, giving him props. And I ended up buying this massive canvas piece that he did from him at the show and had it framed up. And it's, it's just one of those great memories to see. And like I said, appreciate those guys while they're still here with us. It's like to me, it's like those guys are like the Stan Lees of our, kind of thing, you know what I mean? With the action figures and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Go back here. Yeah, it's right. Go Joe.
Joe.
Nice.
100%.
Yeah.
So I don't have an artist story, but I do have a celebrity story. So at New York Comic Con, the first year we went, JDF was actually there, and he showed up to his signing early. And I was like, like talking to Amber, I was like, hey, do you want to meet him? She's like, yeah, let's go do it. So there was me and 20 other people in line. Dude, he spent at least 10 to 15 minutes talking with everyone. Dude, it was a great time.
Nice.
And I mean, he tragically commit suicide just recently.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it down, but
oh yeah, no.
I will say it was an awesome, he was a great guy, and it sucks that he had to go through like that shit by himself.
Yeah, again, it's part of reality, but it's just strange that you brought that up. Like, it seems like recently it was him, Frank, Jason David Frank, JDF, and then I don't know if you saw Twitch.
I did see that.
DJ. Like, I don't know that I've seen between those two guys. Like, first of all, it's sad when anybody passes away. When those two guys passed away, like the outpouring of there were so many people from so many different walks of life that like had love for these guys, and it's just so sad when you lose somebody, especially somebody like that. And it's too bad that we weren't able to keep them a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I've gone through some stuff. I've been where they're at, like almost to that point. Dude, if you need to talk to somebody, reach out.
Yeah.
Any one of us are accessible.
Yeah.
You guys are great dudes. I'm sure if somebody said, hey, can I just talk to you for a second? Dude, seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
You're going through some shit, hit me up. We can talk. I don't care.
Yeah. We talk about all the time about like the community or whatever.
Yeah.
It's true, man. Like, you can honestly, like anybody that's out there, you can reach out to somebody, like the three of us, like anybody else you feel comfortable reaching out to, even if you don't know them. I don't know that there's one person that would turn you away or wouldn't, give you some time. Like, I know the three of us definitely would.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Like I said,
I wanted to throw that out there. I know it was a little heavy, but
no. It makes perfect sense, dude. It's like I said. But yeah, that's awesome that you actually got to meet him and stuff and have that conversation. Like I said, I know that'll be a lifelong and lasting memory for you. That's awesome, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess some of my favorite, and I'm not like there's only so many, like, I'm not I don't know, like, and it's fine. Listen, we all have like our, people that we're fans of and stuff. We're all fans, right? We're fans of the Four Horsemen and all these different things. We're all huge fans of Len LaGuardia. We all have Len LaGuardia posters up, I know, in our bedrooms probably. But like, there's few people that, like, a famous person, like, I'll make note, like if I see a famous person, I'm like, oh look, that's whoever it is, right? But there's few people that I would get super excited about. Probably it has happened a couple of times. I met Tretch from Naughty by Nature, and I was freaking pumped about that.
Nice.
That was awesome. And then I met at the same con in New Jersey, I met Larry Kenny, right? The guy, the voice of from the Thundercats, from voice of Lionel from the Thundercats, and a number of other characters. And at the same con, ready for this? Karen Parsons, who was Hilary Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nice.
Who was, as a young lad in the late 80s, early 90s, one of my first TV crushes. So those are a couple of my favorites right there.
Crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric.
Well, listen, Eric can fly out. Hop
Yeah,
out.
man, just fly out. Just come for a beer.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
get you home.
Exactly. No problem. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, and we talked about it a few times about uh, leading up to Legion's Con, and then like afterwards, like, what are you most looking forward to? And almost everybody said the people, right?
Yeah.
Um, and it was true, I think, for me too. But like even more so, something like Legion's Con, or even not Legion's Con, is the people, and then specifically like being able to spend time with people. Like after that, Flemington toy show, me, Ryan, and Amber went out for lunch. During Legion's Con, we went out for lunch. Like I think whenever, especially you go out with people to like share a meal together, and you really spend some time where it's just you hanging out. To me, that's some of the coolest times. You really get to know somebody a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's one of those things too, where like I coming back from this year's show, it's like I almost, couldn't imagine not having that daily interaction, not just via, commenting or posting on the Cabal, but actually having like one-on-one conversations like we're having, you know what I mean? That, that we just do this on a weekly basis, if not a daily basis, where we're just talking to each other. And like I said, that's, to Ryan's point, having, not really an excuse anymore to say that you're alone in the world. You know what I mean? To give it more, life to what we bring to the community, which is hope and happiness and, something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Something to get you out of bed every day. You know what I mean? It's guys like you and communities like this that make it all happen. I mean, without it, like I said, a lot of people would be lost. And I mean, each and every one of us has had dark times in our lives, and you know what I mean? And yeah, we've been to that point where we think nothing else could help us, and that there's nobody out there that wants to listen. And like I said, having something like this, I mean, for me personally, it's helpful. You know what I mean? It makes the day a little brighter every time.
Yeah, and it's true. Like having like other people that like understand. Like, there's not that many people that would get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like us.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? Like, there's not that many people that would get like the fact that you look at that and that just makes you smile. I look forward to these conversations every week. And then like everything always snowballs, right? So now I'm legit all of a sudden, like I'm excited. I'm like, man, like, I think about like planning a trip to California. Like when could it happen? Like how do I do it? You know what I mean? Like I'm sort of pumped up about that possibility.
Yeah.
And about it being a great community, like if like Jonathan said, we have the luxury of going to most cons where the Four Horsemen are at.
Mm-hmm.
I meet a lot of people, and I might be the only one who looks forward to this, standing in line in the cold and meeting people. So I met Peter Tong at ZoloCon last year. That was the first time that I met Peter Tong. And dude, we talked and he was like, hey man, I'm into Mythic Legion. I was like, oh, funny story. I am too. And he completed the line, and he hits me up every now and again. Dude, it's a great time.
Thank you for the comment. Whoever Facebook user is, if you haven't let the StreamYard accept the link to StreamYard so we can see who you are. But thank you for the comment. Great comment.
Yeah, on Facebook you have to click right above, right in the post there. There's a thing where you can click and let them use your name. You don't have to. If you don't want to, that's fine. But yeah, like I was standing in line in ZoloCon last year. And I went both days, and that's a ZoloCon. For those who don't know, it's a small to mid convention in Pennsylvania at like an old military training facility.
Centrifuge. It's where they train the astronauts.
So it's like this.
Yeah, it's a cool.
Oh, is that what that building is? I never knew what that building was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a circular building. And so I think I took my son on Saturday, my daughter on Sunday, because I normally try to bring my kids if I can. So it's like we can like hang out. And excuse me, I think it was the first day, waiting in line, and cool stuff happens in line to get to the Four Horsemen table. like Walt was coming up and down throwing t-shirts out, and then like I talked a little bit with this guy in front of me and like waited in line together for a little while. Turns out the guy in front of me, Dave Orkin.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
great
a-
dude. Another great dude.
dude, I'm like, do you remember I was behind you in line? And then Legion's Con, Legion's Con, the first night I got there on a Friday. I was a little bit later than I wanted to be, but I had to take care of some stuff. And then I get to Legion's Con, and I went to, and I hadn't eaten yet, right? So I moved into my room and stuff, and I went to, I was like, all right, I'm just going to go to Bonefish Grill, right? Because they talked about everybody's going to be there. So I went to Bonefish Grill, and there was a bunch of tables lined up, and then Walter was in the middle, and Walter sees me, and he's like, "You come here, sit down."
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yep.
Like I went in, sit down,
We
and then
can see you now.
Dave Orkin and his girlfriend or partner or whatever was there, so it got to hang
Oh,
out.
right on, Benny. Yeah, you're there, brother.
Oh, there we go. What's up, Benny?
Yeah.
Benny.
What's up, dude?
Thank you, brother. Yeah. Awesome meeting you as well, dude. Freaking, like I said, anybody you meet in the cabal or this community, dude, it's like there hasn't been not one person that I went, yeah, not that guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like everybody's been so great and just, so happy to be around. And just like I said, who else can talk the stuff that we talk and understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. So I don't know. I've talked before about like Marvel Legends being like sort of like a gateway drug.
Mm.
Like when I first started getting into like modern collecting, Marvel Legends was an easy thing to get into.
Mm.
I remember my first two. Well, when I talk about my first modern figures, that's a little bit tough to describe because throughout the 2000s, there were a couple of times when I would pick up like a GI Joe pack or whatever that I saw in a store. I wasn't really collecting, so I didn't know.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So I would grab it or whatever. But when I first really started getting into it hot and heavy, my wife got me Beetle and Forge Marvel Legends
Oh, okay.
for my birthday one year. But recently, this thing I'm extremely excited about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Right.
see that. That's pretty cool.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, the cartoon, was sort of like my introduction to Marvel as
Yeah.
a kid in the early 80s. Oh, what's it going to bust out? What's it going to bust out?
I just only because I had the Galactus come in. I've been picking up the Heralds. I got that 2-pack.
Oh, dude. See, here's the thing. So I had that on pre-order, and I canceled it because I was going through. Do you ever go through and like just prune your pre-orders?
Oh yeah, but trust me, when I was heavy into BBTS, I would do that on a daily, dude. Freaking
And
pre-order cancel all the time.
But I'm a little bit sad about it because like I did out of the two figures there, I really kind of wanted the Fallen one
Mm.
because he's got like that translucent, sparkly hair.
Yeah.
That was the guy. So I'm like, I don't know. I'll probably end up getting him at some point.
Yeah.
But I had to get this because this is like this trio right here is iconic for me personally.
Yeah. Like I said, if it speaks to you, that's what it's all about, man. Not and there's another thing. It's not just to cop the newest fig that comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I really, like I said, that always has bothered me in collecting. Just copying that fig because it's the new hot thing that's on the market that particular week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, it's like yes, the figures are cool in and of themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the really good ones are, right? And there's good ones, there's bad ones, and there's stuff that's good about this one, and there's stuff that's good about that one. But the most important thing to me has always been they're really a vehicle for emotion,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're really a vehicle for emotion.
Yeah.
So, like, whether it's something like this that brings me back to the thing, the cartoon that initially got me into Marvel characters at all, whether it's the fact that one of the main things that really got me into the Four Horsemen figures was being able to buy Mythic Legions figures from the Four Horsemen, from the creators. So
Yeah.
there's that connection when you have the figure.
Yeah.
Or it's a figure that somebody gave you. That like some of my favorite figures are figures that like my wife or my family gave me as a gift. And the idea that they went out and decided that they thought I would like this, and I love that figure forever now. So that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the coolest things about figures. It's not about being the first one to have this or that or because it's new. It's they're a vehicle for emotion. You know?
Yeah, yeah. It had to me. That's 100%. It has to speak to me. I can't buy anything unless it really speaks to me. Whether it be and 90% of the time, it's a nostalgic thing to me. You know what I mean? Where I look back and it just draws back those memories of childhood or all the early days of collecting and stuff like that. But like I said, if it doesn't speak to me, I don't have any sense to get it. You know what I mean? There's no reason for me.
So Benny's talking about he met Peter at Legions for the first time.
Yeah,
pretty sweet.
yeah. I got to meet Peter as well. Yeah, it's freaking super cool, dude. Super cool to meet so many people first time, along with everybody else that, like I said, like you guys that I got to see for this is the second year in a row. That's just awesome. Speaking about the lines, I know. I mean, like I said, a lot of the vendors didn't, really take the opportunity, but myself personally, like I said, I was bouncing in and out of my table space 100 times during the show because I'm just, like I said, a wild man like that, and I want to be everywhere and see everything and talk to everybody. I went outside with Walter quite a few times during the show, during the con, and walked the whole line and went outside and were mingling with people and talking it up and stuff, and that was super cool. Like I said, and people totally like appreciated Walter going out there and saying hi to everybody, and me and Walter get together. He's like, yeah, dude, let's go and just mix it up with people. So yeah, I was game.
Yeah, let's give a little bit of love to Walter right now too, because he is
A
he's not
madman.
being a great like member of the community and like beginning the cabal, right? Starting the
Yeah.
cabal at all. The idea of having a brand ambassador is fucking brilliant, by the
Yeah.
way.
Absolutely,
Because
dude. Absolutely.
it very much is I'll speak for myself, is that it's the kind of thing where you come for the figures, but you stay for the community. And
Absolutely.
Walter works hard at it.
Oh
at
yeah.
being inclusive, but it's not everybody could do that. Not everybody could make it feel genuine. And Walter does make it feel genuine. Like he genuinely works, hard at it. And I think it's natural to him to make people feel included and, happy to see you and remembering your kids and the whole, stuff like that. Like that means something. Like I'm not, the dumbass kid that I once was. Now I'm a dumbass old guy. Right? I'm 45. I have 2 kids. I like having something that I'm into and that is so natural and organic and that I love that I can bring my kids to. That is awesome to like have that be a part of it. So that's a big deal. So that's a big reason why I look forward to being a part of this stuff regularly.
Yeah. And
And
it's so awesome too to witness on a personal level for myself how emotionally attached and how moving it is to Walter because of what this community has become and what he's created. And he's just, when we talk, we talk on the side all the time, and it's just like like I said, he's just so humbled by just how awesome the impact has been. And it's just like stuff like that. It's like I said, it's so much harder to do something so good than how easy it is to do something terrible. You know what I mean? So yeah, big ups to Walter all the time, man. It's like I said, 100%.
And dude, it feels like he goes, like you said, he goes out of his way
Oh
to
yeah,
make you feel included. Not
beyond,
only,
beyond.
absolutely. And we went to dinner. It was me and Joe Russo because Amber fell asleep. We went over to Bonefish, and there was I would say at least 15 to 20 people, and everybody's like, "Hey, can we get the check?" And the waitress was like, "Oh, well, that guy down there paid for it all." And everybody was like, "Whoa, Walter, what are you doing?" He was like, "I got it." And he refuses money if you try to force him to take it.
Yeah,
So he's a hell of a guy.
yeah, totally.
All right. I'm probably gonna have to click off pretty soon here. I'm texting with my wife right now. She's getting the kids ready. We have a holiday party to go to in a little while, a couple hours.
No worries, dude. No worries.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Anything else? Did I show you this last time? I'm really pumped about this. So, you guys both might know this. Ryan, I know you know. I'm a big glow in the dark fan.
Yeah.
I got this guy popped in. Oh, glow in the dark foot soldier.
Did you get to take it out yet, or
I
is
didn't.
this
I
the
didn't.
first
I didn't
time?
pull them out yet because it's tough for me to pull them out. They look so cool in the freaking box.
They killed the presentation.
But
Speaking of glow in the dark, did you end up ordering Atticus Doom?
hell yeah,
Oh, you did.
that wasn't even a choice for me. Like, look, I made a joke about like, oh, they're gonna, it's a Mezco figure, Atticus Doom, who's like a what would you call him, Ryan? Like an occult wizardish type guy.
Yeah, like a sorcerer kind of. Yeah.
Came out at the beginning of the year, and he's an amazing figure. So essentially, what they did just in the last week is solicited a glow in the dark version, basically with some differences. And I made a joke. I'm like, "There's no way they're going to get me to buy the same figure, glow in the dark, in the same year, knowing full well 100%." It wasn't even a question. It dropped at 1:00. I was like, click,
Yeah.
come to Papa.
That's awesome.
What about you? Did you go in on him or not?
So funny story. I wasn't going to, and then one of the customers I delivered to, he tipped me pretty big, and he gave me like $300.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and order this, and
Wow. That's awesome,
he
dude.
basically bought it for me, and I'm really appreciative. I love that guy. He's a great dude.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, he allowed me to get it, so I am 110% grateful.
That's super, super awesome.
I'm gonna take it out. They bathed, they ate.
You got it, babe.
Grayson had 3 eggs. Chase had some chicken.
You made her fried eggs?
3 fried eggs.
Ooh.
Chase had a thigh and a drumstick. So I'm tired.
You got it, babe.
They're both clean. Grayson had a bath. Chase had a shower. Like, hey,
You're a goddess.
thank you.
All right, looks like we're good for a while, guys.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so it's a little bit behind baseball here. Is my wife took my kids around the corner to her sister's house, and they ate lunch over there and got bathed and dressed and everything for the Christmas party tonight. But so they just got back. My wife's going to take a little nap,
Nice.
so
There you
we're just going to chill down here for a while.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
before I forget, do either of you collect Valaverse?
No.
I have a couple of them. I have a couple of the initial wave, and I have there was one Connex. First of all, I was in it mainly for the Swarm Trooper.
Oh yeah, they're great.
It's freaking nuts.
Yeah,
It was a green version that was like a con exclusive. I got him too.
BotCon.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
He's right over here. Actually, he still is here. So I got a couple, but not a ton, and I didn't go in at all beyond the first wave.
Mm.
So he just released a pack. It's called the Crimson Shadow Pack, and it's 90 plus weapons, and then it comes in this tin. And he posted a video saying that he's grateful that everybody's supporting his line, and it sold like gangbusters. So he pulled out like a bunch of cash, and he was like, so to say thank you, he's like, what do I got here? $500, throws it in a tin. He closes it. He says, all right, that's going out to a customer.
Wow.
Grabs another wad of cash, just starts throwing it in random tins. And he's like, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Whoa. That's
Oh,
crazy.
What?
That's pretty sweet.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, that's so listen. That's first of all, Bobby Val is kind of cool anyway.
Yeah.
He's the guy I know that's not exactly how it went down, but he kind of is like the guy who defected from Hasbro.
Yeah, I love his backstory, dude. I totally respect his backstory. It's so awesome.
Yeah. So that's awesome too.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that though. That's dope.
I don't know if they might still be available, but he also put the Commando figures, the Dorkside exclusive figures. He put them up on his website for sale.
Hi, Amber.
Oh, there she is.
Amber. There she is.
Oh, there she is.
What's up, love?
She just woke up.
It's all good, dude.
See, Benny's right. Everyone is super awesome.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if there's much else Oh, I do have. My trolls did come. Did you guys get the? Did you guys get in on the trolls or no?
I got the shipping notice. I got one Brontis. That's all I wanted from that wave.
So I didn't have Brontis already, so I did get Brontis, but I got both because I need that ice Cyclops head.
Yeah.
It's sitting right over there in the box. I just didn't open it yet.
Yeah.
Should I open it?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
do it.
Really.
Should open it.
Do it.
Open it, Daddy.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna
Yeah. No worries.
put myself together. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, no problem.
And to that point that he just brought up, which, like I said, I really have no time to waste with that bullshit. But the whole issue with the head, I mean, you know what? Who cares? You know what I mean? They're gonna fix it. It's an issue. It happens. Mistakes happen. Things happen. Things go wrong. You know what I mean? Shipping gets delayed. Production gets delayed. Pieces, come late and that don't make it into the packaging. Big effing deal. That's what I say.
And they've always been transparent about everything.
Totally.
They've never shied away from it.
Totally.
Every time something happens, they say, "Hey, listen, we're dealing with this.
Right.
Bear with us."
Which you have to respect 100%, dude.
Oh yeah.
100%. And like I said, what do you think they're going to let us down? We're just not going to give you the head to go with that. No way. It would never happen.
Because you have companies like Mezco. I do like their figures, but I wish they were just a little more open about delays and stuff. Because and I'm not the one who's very vocal about the Keaton Batman, but that's going on what 3 years?
Yeah. I even
Yeah,
know
I
about
don't
that
know.
figure. I even know about that figure. That everybody's been waiting on that. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
So
where's
like,
the dragon? You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
It's like
their-
make it
that's their-
happen or just refund the money and just call it a loss because you're not going to take that big of a hit.
Yeah, and all of you guys have paid for that figure, right?
Yeah, because I used PayPal for that, so they took all of it right up front.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy for that long of a wait. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, in our line of collecting, we've kind of become accustomed to long waits for stuff. But when it comes to that period of time, it's like, yeah, you got to start asking questions and have somebody to come up front and just say, hey guys, this is what's going down. We want to let you guys know. To keep their paying customers in the know, man. It's like, yeah, you got to do right by them. So, like I said, this whole thing with the troll thing, I heard about it and I was like, yeah, big fucking deal. No, I don't care. Like,
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, you're totally gonna get it.
They've already proven time and time again that they're a trustworthy company.
Yeah, absolutely.
They even gave you the exclusive skeleton head for Sir Gerard, and they weren't supposed to. And they didn't go in and take it out. They gave it to you,
which they literally could have. They could have been like, hey, this was a factory mistake. We're sorry, but these can't be like this, and blah blah blah. But they were just like, oh well, it happens. You know what? Let's roll with it.
You guys get it, everyone. Here's a skeleton head for you. You get a skeleton head.
Yep.
Basically, Oprah with it.
Mm-hmm. No, that was awesome.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, so were people mad about that? I didn't even see that.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's all kinds of drama going on right now. Yeah, there's all kinds of drama. It's just like, come on, guys, give it up, dude. Like,
I guess sometimes it can be like a fine line, right? Like, I'm okay with like my whole thing with any of this stuff, toys, movies, whatever. Like, we're all passionate people, right? I'm a passionate person. The stuff that I'm into all the way. I want to think about it. I want to talk about it. I want to experience it. And that means like, I think it's okay to even like to say negative things like, oh, I love Star Wars, but I didn't love this movie. This is why I didn't like it. I didn't really like that one. It's okay. As long as you're not trying to ruin anybody else's enjoyment. And as long as, you're not just complaining all the time. Because if all you do is complain, you're not really enjoying it. But like, I don't know, man. Like, what are you going to be mad about? Like, this company's track record is just stupid. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I don't know.
And that's like I said, for any other company, if you've had, Mezco, SH Figure Arts, Hot Toys. I mean, if there's any other line that you've collected over the years and had past bad experiences as a common thread throughout your collecting history with that company per se, then I can understand, like, oh yeah, here we go again. Like now they forgot this or they, messed up that. But with Four Horsemen, it's like, really, like, give me an example, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, or else, just zip it. And it's like, you don't need to, throw comments out there just bad mouthing the company because, obviously, mistakes happen, things go wrong, something,
Yeah, dude, welcome to life.
communicated. Let me see, let me see your toy company. You know what I mean? Let me see how good your toy company's doing.
Anybody that's in any kind of business, like, here's the thing: mistakes happen in every business every single day.
Yeah.
It's how you deal with them,
Yeah.
And a good company there is no such thing as a company that's so good that mistakes never happen. And most of the time, when we're talking about mistakes with the Four Horsemen, it's not mistakes they're making. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point, they're human beings. There's going to be some mistakes that happen. The mistakes that we find out about are typically something the factory did.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and they always make it. I don't know. I don't understand the idea of like actually getting pissed off about it. What's up, Ryan?
So do either of you listen to My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me podcast?
Yeah.
I have a little, not every week, but I have before. Yeah.
So they do the toy drama segment, and Pete, it's mostly the Cabal, and Peter loses his shit a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, okay, you're hyper focused on this, but then sometimes I'm like 100%. And that's not to just, I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them.
Mhm.
But sometimes it's like, do you really need to announce that, like Father Christmas? And what did Trevor say with the fries? That you
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about?
With the
Like, I
potatoes.
don't, but do you really need to voice it in such like a disrespectful way?
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's okay to express yourself, but it is like,
Yeah. But there's ways to go about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
And here's the thing: like, I think it's okay to talk about. Like, this thing's fucking amazing. I love
Mhm.
this figure.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like when I first like heard about it and stuff, I'm like, I did have a question. I'm like, why? I do have a question. Like, why would they choose? Like, clearly this was a choice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why did they choose to use the 2.0 body? Because it seemed like to me like you would want to use the 1.0, the bigger body, but then you get it in hand, and you're like, okay, I get it, because the soft goods are so substantial. If you
Mhm.
use the 1.0 body, there's like he would either have to be huge, or you really are going with the big giant Jolly Saint Nick, and that's not what they were going for. So I got it after I got it in hand. That being said, I still don't love the 2.0 feet. You know what I mean? Tough to stand.
Yeah.
But overall, he's an awesome figure. But like, I don't understand or like there was some post the other day that just freaked me out, where it was something complaining about something about the Four Horsemen shipping or something like that, and it was like, did you reach out to them? Like, and I didn't even comment. I was going to, but somebody else was like, well, did you reach out to the company yet? And the person was like, yeah, I did, but they like reached out to the company and made the post at the same time. I was like, what
are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Yeah. To Trevor's point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if you have, I mean, with any figure in the line, I mean, whether it be Legions or Cosmic or Figura Obscura, I mean, if you have a criticism to make, whether it be good or bad of the figure, I mean, make that point. I mean, everybody's willing to listen to, what you feel or what you think. Maybe the soft goods isn't your thing. Maybe the paint scheme isn't your thing. Maybe the body style, whatever. But like to Trevor's point, don't just, put a picture of the figure in easy pass. I mean, that's just, like I said, that's just nonsense, dude. Like, that's just a look at me moment for you. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's wasted effort.
Totally.
Like, why take the time? Honestly, you're wasting your time doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, I am all about look at me. Look at me. But like, one thing I love, I'll tell you what, man. I think Bill has a great way of dealing with stuff. Like, you see it all the time, like on Instagram, when somebody will like make a comment, like complaining about something or like blah 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 blah, and it's very like snippy or whatever. and his response is always something like, "Thank you for sharing."
Yeah. Dude,
You know?
Just Jay does that too. Like people will come at him on Twitter and he does, "Oh, well, thank you for your feedback. Duly noted." Like he just comments and moves on.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and here I'm gonna put it back up because there is like I don't know.
100%.
I feel like it's sometimes it's not so subtle. You can talk about things like, we all watch toy reviews, right? And
Mhm.
part of a review is saying what you honestly think about something. So like not everything's going to be positive. Otherwise, what's the point of what's the point of talking about it? Like we're talking about it. We're talking about stuff like, oh, I like this, you like that. I don't like this because of that. I don't like this because of that. That's cool. Blah blah blah, going back and forth. But like just being like, I don't know, just being a whiner about it. It's like, are you really enjoying that? Oh yeah, yes, I am Jonathan Donath. Wait, guys, I've been made. Yes, I am. What's up, Benny? How's it going, man?
Oh, so I heard from a pretty reputable source you're going to be on the Legion's Lounge.
I can neither confirm nor deny these rumors.
Nice.
Oh, phew.
I can neither confirm I put it this way. I can neither confirm nor deny these rumors, or at least I haven't been told that I can either way. Oh, what do you need?
The charger.
Yeah.
Well, here,
So I can play Roblox.
well, here, can I plug it in for you for a little bit and then give it back to you?
Spot on.
I'll just
Bill got it spot on.
Huh?
Can I go right there? Just chill.
And like, hold on 1 second, guys. Here, give me like 2. You want to say
Yeah.
hi?
Hi. I'll make you famous just by showing my face.
Oh, yes. Now, look, all the viewers are going to come now, right?
Yes, all of them.
There it is.
They're gonna
Here.
love me.
The main attraction.
There it is.
Yes, I know.
Here, just here. Take it for a little while. I can. Here, hold on a second. Let me mute this.
I look really good in this light.
Wow.
Hey Ryan, I'm loving this. I'm loving this 1.0 helmet on this Dark Templar body, dude.
I didn't even think to put it on. Dude, that looks good, man.
Yeah, and like I said, so I'm probably just gonna end up just paint matching the armor to the helmet, and yeah, that's gonna be a phenomenal looking figure.
I saw somebody today. They put gold trim to match the Templar gold trim.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw that.
No.
So Benny's posting. Ben, of course I do, dude. 100%. I remember you. So I'm a little bit sad about it. So Paracon happened back in August, right? And being in Jersey, it's close enough to drive. It's like an 8-hour drive to Columbus, Ohio, to hop in, right? So I wasn't like, I was thinking about going, and then I think I made a post about like if anybody was interested in going, and Jesse and Greg and Brian, maybe, excuse me, drove there.
Yeah.
And they were talking about going, and and that there was an open spot if somebody wanted to go or whatever. So I didn't end up going. But then I had made a post about maybe going, and then Benny had messaged me, and he's like, "I'm interested in too." So it was really thought about going, but like I had some family stuff or something like that going on, so I ended up not being able to go. But that would have been super cool, dude.
So Amber saw that post and said, "Hey, Jonathan's thinking about driving. Message him right now." And I was like, okay. And it took me a little bit because I kept going back and forth. I was like, do I have money? Do I not have money? Because obviously I want to, whoever's driving, whether it be me, I want to help pay for like gas and tolls and stuff like that. But she was like, either you text him or I will.
Yeah, listen, dude. And here, part of the fun about that would be driving, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if it is it in Columbus again this year? Do we know or we don't know? Because I heard they were going to move it around.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But if they did have it in Columbus again, we should plan a road trip.
That'd be awesome.
Roll out. I'm
be
all
all
about
for
road trips now. Like I made it down to
But I want to fly.
we drove down to a good buddy of mine, a really good friend of mine from high school. Like we're all like all our friends from high school, we're all still friends and stuff, even though we're all dispersed all over the place. He moved down to North Carolina, and he had a bat mitzvah for his daughter, and had all of us invited all of us to go down. So we drove down for it, and it was amazing. Here we go. Casper confirmed.
Yep.
It is in Columbus again.
Casper coming through.
Let's go.
Now that's PowerCon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard PowerCon was so good this year, dude.
Yeah. PowerCon, like I said, I was lucky enough to have it in California for the first couple of years that, when I attended. So like I said, I definitely got my fill. So it'd be awesome for you guys to kind of get your, your feedback on that experience.
Yo, Casper, what's up with that? That profile picture is epic, dude.
Yeah.
Epic.
That's an outdoorsman right there.
That's right.
Looking so majestic.
Yeah. got the whole Captain Morgan thing going on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm in. PowerCon road trip. Let's do it. But the next one on the docket is actually ZoloCon, right? February?
Yes.
That means there was Squishmallows.
I remember that.
Yes. So
She was very excited.
yeah. So whenever I have going by myself or taking one of my kids is a different experience. They're both awesome. Both experiences are awesome. Like when I take one of my kids, it's kind of like I'm basically just following them around. But I freaking love that, because I get to see the stuff that I want to see, but they're excited about stuff. So
Yes, remember we had that Squishmallow deal for the line that I had to wait in the line and then we get those Squishmallows.
yes, my daughter was on the hunt for Squishmallows, and the deal was
What?
if you wait with me in the Four Horsemen line, we'll go directly to the Squishmallows, and you get whatever you want.
The give
Well,
and take.
after she got it,
Take,
she
yeah.
came over. She was very excited because she told Amber all about it.
It's
That's
worth
awesome.
I'll make that deal every
Are
time.
on, like, the best time.
Yeah.
'Cause I got like
So I this year my cousin might be coming with me, and he's not even a toy guy.
Oh, he will be.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell him, like, look, this is Mythic Legions. If you don't like it, get the hell out of here.
The only thing I wish that I think it would be cooler. Wait, so actually ZoloCon might actually. What I was gonna say is it would be cooler if some of these smaller cons built in stuff that kept people there longer. So they have better food options, better
Yeah.
places to sit
We got
and
some
chat.
Krispy Kreme. That was
options.
good enough, Daddy.
Yes, I know. Yes, at ZoloCon we got donuts. Yes. But ZoloCon did have a bar upstairs, didn't they? Didn't it open at one point?
Yeah, it's I think it was they had mostly microbrew beers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think by the time it was opening, me and my kids were leaving, but stuff like that, to keep so people hang out, a place to sit down and hang out, more food options, stuff like that, because you could the longer you keep people there, the more they're going to spend money.
And I will say I agree with you because it's a cool place to see because they still have all of it's obviously not operational,
Right.
but it's nice to see the actual centrifuge, and then you get to see all the panels and stuff like that.
It's dope, dude. It's actually kind of cool.
But it's not that big, so you can do the whole show depending on how long you spend at each vendor
Less
in
than
an hour.
Yeah. I was gonna say an hour. You can do the whole
Oh wow, that must be a pretty small space then. As far
It
as
is.
It is. It's like a circle. So
Yeah,
if you've gone around twice, you could have seen mostly everything.
oh wow.
It's really good stuff. There's
Yeah.
for the stuff that we would generally be into. There's number one. There's a Four Horsemen table, right?
Yeah.
You got that. But there's all kinds of stuff I was into, vintage lots of really great vintage stuff at ZoloCon actually.
Nice.
Whereas a lot of cons are dominated by modern now.
Yeah.
ZoloCon has a lot of good vintage vendors, which I'm excited about.
That's awesome.
So
Now is ZoloCon, is that is that based around a certain IP, or is it it's just an open toy con?
Just an open toy con, but I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Mike Zolotro. He does have his own toy line that's Motu-esque.
Okay, okay.
And
And
I
that's
wonder-
where the ZoloCon comes from. Is he the one that started the show?
yeah, so his last name is Zolotro, so
Okay. Okay, I get it.
good dude. I think last year I'm not like I know a little bit about Motu, but I don't know enough. Like he'll do like exclusives for this show.
Mm.
So if you get the VIP ticket, then you can get that exclusive.
Nice. Very
Yeah, so Mike says that. So I thought I had heard like on the Foosh or something like that PowerCon might move around from city to city. Mike says he doubts it because Val lives in Columbus.
Nice.
So number one, that's great for Mike because he's an Ohio boy.
Is
And
that like a half hour from him?
sorry, Eric.
No, that's all good.
Listen, Eric, you got to
Underworld.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, trust me, I've had my fill. I'm happy to share with you guys. It's all good. Take them. It's all
Joseph
good.
H. It is Underworld.
There you go. Benny says, I took my sister and brother-in-law to Legions Con, and now they collect Mythic Legions. They walked out with about $500 of figures. That's impressive, my man. You should
Yeah.
get a mission.
That's awesome.
That shouldn't be surprising to any of us either.
I'm hoping to push him. Like his wife will tell him no, but I'll be like, because his wife's gonna come with us.
Mhm.
I'm gonna push him and say, hey, you should get this figure. She'll say no, and I'll be like, well, just wait till she walks away and then go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
Listen, toy strategy. Okay.
Ryan, the devil on his shoulder.
I'm gonna try and push him to get something.
Yeah.
Dude, all you got to do is like, here's the thing. This is what you do. Show this if they have any inclination whatsoever. You show them the figures, let them experience the figures, and then bring them out with a bunch of Cabal people. And it's a wrap, dude.
Yeah.
Done.
Totally.
It's a
Done.
wrap.
Done.
Like what's funny is like I came for the figures to begin with, right?
Mhm.
Like I didn't join the Cabal until very late. Like
Same.
I learned about Mythic Legions from like Toy Galaxy countdowns
Mm.
and just Toy Galaxy giving props to Mythic Legions. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So eventually I got a couple and like I started like being into it. But I didn't join the Cabal till I don't know, September, October 2021.
Oh,
Something like that.
yeah.
But once you get into the community, like if you vibe with it, it's over.
Yeah.
There you go. Boom. See? Look.
Yeah. Yeah, just tell them if there's one available, just tell him to buy the Barbarian Deluxe Legion Builder pack and he'll be done, dude. Who can say no to that thing?
And he's like he has nothing. Like he's a DC fanboy like me. His
Okay.
favorite character is the Joker, like most generic fanboys, I guess. But he has no toys. He has like a ton of prints up in like his man cave.
Yeah.
So
But-
he's got the seeds are laid,
Yeah.
he's got prints up.
I can already see it. I can already see it.
Oh, I busted out. I was just looking for Ryan. You mentioned the DC thing. And I was just looking for I opened up that McFarlane Blight.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Pretty cool, dude. It's a pretty fun figure. It's pretty cool. And I don't know anything about the character.
Did you see like I said, I was a fan of the animated series that they did. And he looks nothing like that character. I don't know if they changed him up for like the comic book series, but in like the tube, that little skull head, did you happen to see that?
Yes.
I wish they would have made that glow in the dark. I think that would have been cool to light that up, like put it under the light and just have the skull light up in the tube.
That would have been amazing. I bet if you put it under blacklight, it would look cool though.
Yeah, also true.
And it does move. I didn't know that. The head moves.
Oh yeah. I will say this. McFarlane figures, like the thigh swivel is there. They just don't have enough room in like for lack of better term, in the diaper area for the legs to move that way.
Mm.
Because they're almost every figure is it's like they're wearing a diaper.
They're so big too. Like, and I'm
Yeah.
not only like a scale, like because like anything, like people are all different sizes, so I don't care. Like I'll put a 7-inch figure with a 6-inch figure, whatever. I don't care.
And
They are really big though.
And dude, I hate McFarlane for doing Batman Beyond because I grew up on that, so that was my Batman.
And it needs to be.
I bought every Batman Beyond figure he put out, and I hate it because there's no thigh swivel.
Yeah.
I will say this: Mezco has still, hands down, held the top spot for me with Batman Beyond
Nice.
because it was the SDCC exclusive. The one I forget which year it was.
Hey, and by the way, real quick, little interjection here. For anybody who's wondering, those Redeemer wings,
That looks dope.
they fit perfect into the back plugs.
You don't have to do anything. You don't do anything. You just plug them in.
You plug them right in. They fit perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to do
How
that.
awesome does that look?
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
For eight bucks a set, I'll take those wings all day, bro. All day. Yeah, this is exactly my idea for that when I was buying these wings to make some like Angel customs.
And those Redeemer figures are readily available.
Oh
You
yeah,
can get them anywhere.
now I'm looking at this and I'm like,
Yeah.
them shits. Yeah, no,
Gotta
this is
grab
awesome.
5 more.
Yeah, yeah, that was a super dope deal. And big ups to Lenny Kingpin for giving me the heads up on that. Those were
Benny,
all Entertainment Earth.
Benny said he bought a bunch.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
call, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not as much of a super fan as you are on the DC side, Ryan, but as far as Batman figures are concerned, I mean, like I said, there's always that go-to one or that one that's a real standout. And this had to be my my number one was the Batman Hush figure, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Mafex?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Mafex or yeah, it was Mafex. Yeah. Yeah, this is a super dope fig, dude. I freaking love this thing.
I missed out on that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Have you been reading anything new or get anything at the comic book shop lately?
So I haven't really gone to the comic book shop. I do back Kickstarters. I read Coffin Comics, Lady Death, Hell Witch, La
Yeah.
Muerta.
Yeah.
I just got my most recent Lady Death Kickstarter.
Mm.
And they dude, their bonuses, they're killer. And I just got this. It's a Lady Death bottle opener.
Nice, dude. That's sick. Super dope.
Yeah, and I didn't have to pay for it. It was just one of the bonus gifts.
Nice. Very cool. That's awesome.
Have you so do you like I read manga too? Do you read any of that or are you like
You know
strictly-
what? I that life I live vicariously through my kid. He's a huge manga freaking fan, dude. He reads everything. It's insane. He's got multiple bookshelves in his room that's just from floor to ceiling manga. I mean, it's insane.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the closest thing I've ever come to quote unquote manga or like anime in that nature is he got me pulled into, which I became a huge fan of, was Demon Slayer.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think it was right before you came on. I got the Buzzmod Akaza figure.
Oh yeah, about those.
Got that guy right there.
Oh yeah, super dope, bro.
And that's a cloth vest too.
Nice. Yeah, that's a freaking super ill figure, bro.
It's like it's Mezco quality at Mezco prices, but that's why a lot of people are turned off. But I feel like they capture the more I know it's a manga/anime, but they capture the more realism and the Figma look too cartoony for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's what series or what are you reading right now as far as manga? What's your thing right now?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
I think so. I think I've heard of it.
So they call it jujutsu, but it's more like it's cursed energy. It's more like magic, sorcery based and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what pulled me in. It was the magic aspect of it.
Oh yeah, it's super dope, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I've watched, like I said, I've only watched a few series of anime style, cartoons and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I grew up with like stuff like Robotech, which was like one
Yeah,
of the very first like super awesome like anime series that was out. But
yeah, I remember that.
in recent years, I mean, I've seen, like I said, I watched the entire series of Demon Slayer. We went to go see Mugen Train at the movie theaters and stuff like that. But I saw a series called which was more a friend of mine that follows manga and anime recommended to me that I watched that I really enjoyed was a series called Vinland Saga.
I haven't checked that out, but I hear
Oh,
great
it's
things.
really really good. Yeah, it's like based on the Viking Age kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's really super dope.
And when someone told me about that, I was like, it sounds like Mythic
Later,
Legion.
Michael.
Take it easy, Mike. It's like it sounds like Mythic Legion, so I feel like I can get behind that.
Yeah, yeah. And then I also watched the which I thought was really super dope because that kind of spoke to me nostalgic wise was I and but it was something in a newer form was Evangelion. I watched that.
Yeah.
That was super super dope. Love the
Is-
character.
I thought, like, I never really knew anything about Evangelion, but like Toy Bro is big on that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I've watched some of his reviews of the figures, and they look really cool.
And he's also big on Gundam. And I saw that you had a bunch of those, dude. I didn't know you were into Gundam.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Said, you know,
Model kits, or are they more like the put together figures like
no,
metal build and
they're
stuff
they're
like
model
that?
kits. I've put together a ton of Gundams. I did like, well, it was all part of like the when I first got it back into toy collecting. Obviously it was just the figures. It was, this figure, that figure, Star Wars, Transformers, Star Wars, He-Man, you know what I mean? Whatever lines that I was getting into to start my new, collecting life, so to speak, part two, because I was a huge inbox collector for almost 20 years. And then I ended up selling everything, my entire collection. And I actually stopped collecting for almost, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years until I started getting back into it. But when I got into the Facebook groups, I was opened, my eyes were open to this whole new world of like different things that people do aside from the standard, figure collecting. Like guys were making dioramas, dudes were taking photos, guys were making Gundam model kits. And it's like, so I just got, I just got geeked out on a bunch of new stuff that I was like, hey, that looks really super dope. And, I had no idea what Gundam was. I mean, I kind of looked into it a little bit online, like with a backstory line, and started watching a little bit of the Gundam series of the cartoons and stuff. And to me, it was just the visual aspect of the figures. I was like, these are just amazing, just these cool, awesome, like mech fighting robots. It's just like that's what got me drawn in. So yeah, like I said, along that short time span where I got way involved into the toy communities and stuff like that, I picked up Gundam model building, and I was just going hell bent freaking crazy on it. I built like, I think I built something like 60 or 70
Damn.
model kits of all the sizes, the high grade, the
Master grades.
master grades, and the, whatever. And
Damn,
I
dude.
just
And
went,
those master grades, they take time.
yeah. They're involved, but I mean, if you're mechanically handy with your hands, I mean, you could, they're not impossible to do. They're pretty much the simplest model kits I've ever put together. I mean, I used to build like airplane and car model kits and ships and shit like that when I was a kid. Those are hard because it was all
Yeah.
glued and everything. It's like these things are all just press fit, and they've got the nice little the rubber grommets for the joints and stuff. It's like it's a no-brainer, dude. They're so much fun. But yeah, I've done model. I've got, like I said, a whole section on side of my desk that's all 3 full shelves of Gundam models. And I used to have one of my detox used to be filled from top to bottom with all these different damn kits I've built. So yeah, it's been a cool experience. I still have a couple kits that I still want to put together and stuff. And but yeah, I love it, man. That's good stuff. And it's like I said, it's a whole nother avenue of just shit to be interested in or geek out on. You know, aside from, you know, I don't normally talk Gundam on Mythic Legions, but yeah, I'm totally down. It's freaking awesome.
But that's why we're here, because we love all different things.
Yeah. It's freaking it's super dope, dude.
Mythic Legion brought us together.
Yeah. Yeah, and the cool thing too is, like, I mean, like I said, for anybody that gets into these things, I mean, the different scale sizes that they have, from like your standard
Zaku
grade like that to your master grade. I mean, that's, like I said, the size comparison. You can see the
Salt Shroud dual Gundam, dude.
The dual Gundam, yeah, these are freaking, like I said, they're amazing. And you could, you add a little, most of the Gundams that I like to build, I'll end up doing after I build the kit and stuff, do the decal work and stuff. I'll actually shoot them with a matte finish, so it takes away that like glossiness of the model plastic. And like I said, it just brings it all to life and just gives it that whole like cartoon effect. You know what I mean? It's just awesome, dude. I freaking love these things.
At the one New York Comic Con, I got a bunch of their exclusives. They're all translucent, so it'll be the entire model kit, but the whole thing is translucent.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of those. I actually when I was getting into Gundam as well, I of course, because it's all Bandai that does the model kits and stuff, but I also bought, which is one of those things that's on my back burner that has been for like the last 2 years, is I bought a bunch of the scaled Star Wars vehicles and stuff from Bandai, all those model kits. I think I've got like 5 or 6 of them in my cabinet that I haven't even busted out, because like I said, one thing led to this, to that, and then it's like customizing and Mythic Legions, and what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'll get to my models like later on. And I it's like one of those things, like I said, sometimes you have to slow it all down and like start from scratch and go, okay, what do I want to start up again that I've been kind of letting pass by for a while? And that's one of them, a huge one for me.
It's easy to get sidetracked.
Yeah, big time. And then, like I said, to me, I mean, you go to a model shop and, I buy, at the time, I would buy like 5 or 6 new Gundam model kits. And then I'd go, oh yeah, let me also get that Star Wars kit. You know what I mean? So it's like my backlog at one time, I had underneath my desk here, I had like 45 Gundam model kits that I needed to build. And I was like, because I would just go every weekend to the hobby shop, pick up whatever new inventory they got in, and be like, oh, give me that one and this one. And, oh man, it just finally, like I said, I just had to put the brakes on and just start building, man.
Spot on. Hey, dude, just a little bit in between where the quote unquote armor is, just that black really makes it pop.
Yeah, I used to use a bunch of this stuff too. The Tamiya, they're like they're like weathering, like they're almost like a blush kit for makeup, but you just hit them with a kind of like a powder brush or like a dry brush, and you dry brush different effects on them, like rust and sand and gunmetal, stuff like that. I used to use a bunch of this stuff on the model kits. But yeah, just like I said, pencil or just some kind of like light, like a black wash on some of these model kits, and it just brings them so much more to life and makes them look so cool.
They have Gundam marker kits at like any hobby shop.
Oh,
and you don't have to use them for Gundam. You can use them for whatever you want.
I know a lot of dudes that use the Gundam markers to customize mythics.
Yeah. It's cool. It's easy to get. It's simple to use.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's just a whole nother layer of nerd, man. It's like I said, it never ends and it never gets old.
Jonathan knows one of the first episodes.
There's levels to this, right?
Yeah.
So I saw you had Transformers. Is that from the deep discount?
Yeah, so I got my this is my I haven't opened them yet. This is my deep discount MDLX Optimus Prime,
Nice.
which is looking what like an $80 or $85 figure. I got it for 27 bucks.
Damn. Wow.
Shipped? Well, was that after shipping?
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Wow, bro. That's a sweet deal, bro.
Dude, deep discounts was nuts. It was nuts. It was absolutely insane. Most of that stuff, if not all of it, came in.
What is that? What is deep discounts? I never heard of that.
It's a website that does like my understanding is they do a lot of like DVDs, stuff like that. Like at like just stuff that like they're trying to get rid of. People are trying to like wholesale get rid of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And every once in a while they'll have an action figure sale.
Oh,
So
nice.
right around the Black Friday time, like they had nutty stuff. So they had
Oh.
like Mondo figures going for like $60.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
like I get a Mondo Wolverine for $60.
Wow, bro. That's crazy.
Optimus Prime, $27, $85 figure.
Damn.
They had a Mondo Hordak.
It reminds me of remember those crazy sales way back in the day for the Storm Collectibles that was doing them. I remember it was Bluefin. Remember the Bluefin sales that used to happen? Do you remember that?
I do not actually, but I have ordered from Bluefin.
Yeah, well, they used to have these crazy good sales on like on what were the figures that came out? They were the Street Fighter figures, and they had them. They were for, I mean, cheap, and it was like that was the first time I had ever come across a site that like you said, like discounted, like really. I mean, like you said, an $85 figure for like $40. It's like what? Like that's insane. So yeah, that's cool, man. That's a steal.
Yeah,
You have to definitely share the link on that if you ever come across any, like I said, action figures that come up. That's freaking awesome.
Dude, that's it. Totally. It was keep an eye on this on this group, Dork Lair Collectors Group.
Yeah.
Everybody was sharing it that day. It was like Thanksgiving Day. That's the only thing. It was like Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
I was like sitting with my family, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" I was like, kept posting it. Like Hordak, $61.
Wow.
Mondo Hordak for $61.
Mondo Hordak was 61. Oh my god, dude.
They went quick. And the one thing about deep discount is apparently like, however they have their inventory thing set up, is that it takes it a minute for the inventory program to catch up with orders.
Yeah.
Like for example, I had ordered the Hordak, paid for it, but then like it got canceled. But the good thing is like, so in other words, like you might order something and they might have already sold out of it and you won't know, but they'll like typically you will find out very shortly, that like they'll say canceled right away. And if you don't get a canceled email like within like an hour or a couple hours, you're probably good. And then if you get the shipping notification, then you're definitely good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there was some pretty like deep discount Entertainment Earth. All my Entertainment Earth stuff came in. So I've got that stuff. I've got a box of Super 7 Ultimates Turtles that I had pre-ordered on BBTS. But then the Entertainment Earth specials came through on Black Friday. I canceled all my BBTS orders. And now I've got like a whole wave. Not a whole wave, less than a whole wave. The ones that I wanted are in a box in my garage right now for like, I think I paid like $35 each. And like they're charging $55 each,
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, again with the back to the Bluefin sales, they were also doing, which was the big draw, I think, at the time, as far as fig collectors are concerned, when they did those the articulated icons, all those samurai figures
and stuff.
And they were giving those things away, dude. They were giving those figures away. That was, I mean, like I said, if you didn't jump on that at one point or another to pick up a couple of those figures, you totally lost out. Because that, like I said, with all the accessories and the cool shit that those figures came with, that was a win, a huge win for a collector. I mean,
yeah. So that's what I was thinking was that like from all those deals, and this is really like Dork Lair, Bill's idea, was that like some of the deals were so crazy. I ordered multiple figures that I already had.
Yeah.
Like I already ordered the Super 7 Toxie. Toxic Avengers.
Yeah.
I already had him, but it's a $55 figure. I got another one for $15.
Wow.
15. And then I got another glow in the dark Mutagen Man, $55 figure, and a glow in the dark Jada Toys creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh wow.
$40 figure. I think it was like 30-ish, 35. And a 2-pack for $26. So $13 each. And I'm like, I already have both of these figures because I love glow in the dark. And I
Yeah.
love, those characters. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Like, I don't like maybe I'll use them for something or whatever, but like they might be good things for like customizing. I mean, customizing, yes, or a giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next, so that's the next thing is that so no commitments because we're live, but we have so the next two, if we were gonna do Saturdays, the next 2 Saturdays are Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, what would your schedule be like? Because I wasn't sure if we were just gonna like hold off and like spend time with family and stuff like that, or
I'm
I
game.
didn't know if you could take like an hour away or.
So here's what I would like to do is that I would love to still do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an hour or 2, whatever it is. Now
Yeah.
there is like some constraints because Christmas Eve is super big, for my family. Like we do our own version of like 7 fishes at night. Like it's a whole thing. Like the whole thing. That's right, sweetheart. Crab. We do, and instead of doing the traditional 7 fishes, we do like crab legs and
Nice.
like crazy shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a massive, lifelong bleed green Philadelphia Eagles fan, and we're playing our most hated rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, on Christmas Eve.
Nice.
And if the Eagles win tomorrow, that means that their game against the Cowboys on Christmas Eve will be for a bye week in the playoffs. So
Nice.
we're sporting out for a second.
Yeah.
So that'll be huge. But like, I'm totally down to like hop on live. I just don't know what time. So whatever time works for everybody, I'm sure we can. My hope is that we can find a time if you guys are down to do it again next week.
Yeah, my family does Christmas Eve big as well, but that's in the middle of the night. I mean, anytime after 6 or 7 o'clock at night, that's when we all get together. So it's like Christmas. It'll be a normal Saturday morning for me. I'll be ready to roll whenever. I'll just be geeking out here. You know what I mean?
So we do have to go to Amber's parents at like 11. If we do it around 2, I should be good.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm game.
If that's okay with everybody, but
Yeah,
no,
I'm game for sure.
I'll reach out to you offline, but like, I'm sure we'll work something out.
Yeah.
all right.
And then New Year's Eve, I don't know how you guys feel, and again, you don't have to say anything now. We can talk offline, but I would love to do it again. And again, you don't have to say anything. We can talk offline. New Year's Eve, I think it would be dope to do like I'm a big list guy and a countdown guy. My whole life, I've loved lists and countdowns. I've made my own lists and countdowns, whether it be music, songs, free agents that I want the Eagles to sign, like for years, So I sort of even think about action figures like that. During the year, I mentally have a top 10 going.
Yeah.
And I have, if you look at my phone or my notes app, there's top 10s for the last couple of years.
Nice.
And I did 2 years ago, I actually did my top 10 on Instagram. Of my top 10 action figures of 2020 was the first time I actually put it up. And then last year, I never ended up filming it, but I do have my top 10 on my phone, and I'm going to do a video. I'm going to take my Instagram top 10 from 2020. I'm going to do the video for 2021. So I'm going to have videos for my top 10 of 2020, of 2021, and then I'm going to do another video for my top 10 of 2022. And I think it would be cool if you guys were down. If you guys are interested. If you're not interested, that's fine too. To do our top 10 or top 5, whatever you guys feel comfortable doing, of 2022 on a live stream on New Year's Eve.
Absolutely.
At whatever time works for everybody.
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%.
It's so much fun, dude. Like I think
New Year's Eve is wide open for me.
Yeah.
I'll just say that now.
Yeah. No, I'm totally down.
Yeah, we don't like. I'll tell you what. Like when we were younger, we used to like go out and do the whole thing. We live in the Northeast or whatever. So like New Year's Eve is like a big going out thing here. But for a very long time, like more than 10 years, like our New Year's Eve, me and my wife is like basically like we watch the Twilight Zone marathon and hang out, have a few drinks with each other, like, and have some snacks, watch TV, and like that's like mainly what we do. This year we're going out on the 30th, my wife and I, but we'll be home on the 31st, and we're going to be home that night. So probably whatever time works for you guys will probably be good for us too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm game, brother. That
I'll
sounds
talk.
great.
I'm gonna talk Amber into coming in.
Yeah.
Um,
You're going to bring
absolutely.
Victoria too. You guys will love her. She's
Oh,
hysterical.
yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, she's hysterical. And she doesn't like action figures at all. But some of my most favorite presents are, for example, like 2 years ago, she just went out to like a bunch of like comic shops like herself. Like sometimes like I'll tell her what I want, she'll just get it. Like last year, what I wanted was something that I never got before, was the Mezco Dark Side, the Polystone Dark Side.
Yeah,
For me, like he's so good. He's so
that's
amazing.
awesome.
But the year before that, she just went and she got me like a bag of action figures, like a giant plastic bag of action figures that she chose herself, stuff that I had never asked for, but that she had chose for like herself, that she thought that I would like. And that was so awesome. Like she got like a bunch of random different things. Some of it is amazing. Like she got me like the Haya Toys exclusive glow in the dark RoboCop. She got me like
Nice.
Marvel and Vulture. She got me like a carbonized stormtrooper, and it's me. I'm the reason they make carbonized stuff. I like it. I don't care. I think it's cool.
That's funny.
But it was just all. She got me the carbonized Boba Fett. Like, I don't know. So like she has knowledge of this stuff, even though that's not her thing, and she's hilarious.
That's nice, dude. Must be nice because I've been married 17 years and my wife's never bought me one goddamn action figure. Not one, dude. Not even like close to like, hey, do you like? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. She has nothing. She will have nothing to do with it. It's like
She just my wife.
like just go to your room. Go to your room.
Yeah, but at least you have a room.
Yeah.
Like your room looks dope, dude. I would hang out in that room right now.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
And I don't even know what the rest of my house looks like, dude. I come through the garage door and I come right in here. I'm in here all day, dude. All day. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I love my room, dude. Freaking, but yeah, that's my wife's. That's her attitude towards it.
So here's a question for Ryan. So I know like Amber is totally cool. She's in the cabal. She's a full-on member. She's one of us, right? Does Amber collect anything that you?
Yes.
And
I
what
don't mean to cut you off. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Plunderlings.
Oh, she's a plunderling collector, huh?
So
Okay.
at this, I have this desk right here.
Is she
Yes.
really?
Yeah. So I had a little setup here and I had figures up here, and she bumped all of my figures off of here to put her Plunderlings up here.
That's what, dude. That's what's up.
Off air, I'll take a pic. Like when we're done, I'll take a picture of this and I'll send it to you guys to show you. Oh, there she is.
There she is. That's right.
You
Yo,
wanna-
Amber, come here and
Oh,
set
no,
this guy
no,
straight,
no.
please. Set this guy
Well, the
straight.
shelf was lonely without my plunderlings.
That's right. That's right. Take control.
100%.
I have that one.
It's so good, right? From Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm with Amber on this one. Those things are freaking awesome.
I will say, dude, this is probably, I love the translucent, but that one's my favorite.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, Zombone, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that at Legion's Con.
nice. You know, the only one I don't. I mean, there's a bunch that I don't have,
You want to see it?
but the number one that I want that I don't have is that clear one. I don't even know what it's called. There's the one. He's like a clear plunderling. Oh, you don't know? What's he called?
Was he?
He was an
Was it-
exclusive.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I need that one. But I will say, so I've met so Ricky is the main guy, right, behind Plunderlings. So I've met him a couple of times. And I've met his brother Alejandro.
Yeah.
And I met him at New York Comic Con. And he filmed a little video that I stuck in my Plunderling Drench Abyss video. But they're like the coolest guys because look, they're not like, you can tell from like hanging out with those guys that they don't like, there's no inclination in them for like they're not. I don't know how to explain it, but they're not like pushing anything. You know what I mean? Like they're not like they're like very like shy.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I like went up to Ricky at ToyCon and I was like, dude, I got your exclusive. It's amazing. You know, I'm gonna do a review of it. Do you want to do like? I would love to do a quick interview with you for it. And he was like so shy. I'm like so shy. He's like, I'm really good. I'm not really good on camera. Like I feel so bad. I'm like, dude, you don't feel bad. You don't do anything you don't want to do. That's all good, man. I love your stuff, whatever. And then he's like, I feel really bad though. He's like, here, you can just take one of these. And he gave me a Plunderling cheddar, which is one of my favorite.
Oh, that's my
ever.
favorite.
I love cheddar, the bright orange. Like, you don't have to do that. And he's like, he just gave it to me. You know, it was very cool. But they're very nice, very unassuming guys. I think
They are because she bought.
that's right. Sweetheart.
Was it 2 of them?
Yeah, too.
She bought 2 of them, and then this was on their table, and he was like, "You know what? Here you go. Just have that for free."
Nice.
Gave it to her.
Oh, wait, is that the like an effects thing?
The
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah. At New York Comic Con, at their table 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. A couple years ago, I got like an effects pack. They also had like. Sorry, my daughter's distracting me because she's wearing the box that the trolls came in now. Good job, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Amber, I don't mean to sidetrack, but she also talked me into getting the Stardust figures.
Oh yeah, those dudes. Yeah,
Fox Forge.
Toy-Con.
Yeah, I got. She bought the Boba Fett looking one.
Yep, that was the exclusive, right? Yeah.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Dropped out.
It dropped out.
Ryan hit the escape button when he was trying to put that under.
Yeah, it's Stardust. He was like, eject.
Yeah.
I hit something. My bad.
Eject.
Oh,
Ryan.
I forgot my
It was Stardust.
desktop is touchscreen, so I actually accidentally hit leave studio. My bad. Damn it. I was like, no.
That's awesome.
It's awesome that your desktop is touchscreen.
Talking about the guy that you said from Plunderlings that was kind of shy, camera shy or whatever. I was gonna say, you know, it's hard to imagine, but I mean, especially like I said, as creative as some of these guys are, that not everybody's like a marketing powerhouse like Jeremy. You know what I mean? It's like Jeremy. I mean, he gets up there and just destroys it. I mean, everything he says, he's so vocal and articulate and just makes so many great points and right off the top of his head, he's just flying tons of information at you and some people you get on camera and they're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like they don't know what to say or do. You could totally tell, man. But when somebody like Jeremy takes over, you go, okay, there's the guy you want to listen to and what this is all about. But I totally respect that too, because like I said, that's not for everybody. That they'll market their stuff, but they're like, we might need a spokesperson here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Corn Boy's the same way.
Yeah.
Because every time he's hopped on anything, he has such a presence.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, but I've seen a ton of people like that. Like I said, in person, I mean, you could talk it up with them or whatever. But as soon as you get them in front of a camera, bro, they just seriously just freeze up, and you're like, oh, I feel bad.
All right. So speaking of which, guys, so this is my daughter Grace, and she just told me she was very nervous to talk to you guys.
Oh, don't be nervous.
Don't be nervous. These are Daddy's friends.
We're just regular nerds. That's all we are.
Man.
So tell everybody what you wanted to talk about.
I wanted to talk about this movie.
What is that?
They set a line of action figures based on this movie. It's the movie called Toy Story: That Time Forgot.
Oh, nice.
This guy, what makes me so annoyed is that all the action figures have fake articulation points because they're supposed to be like toys, but it really annoys me because they could have put real articulation points, but they just put fake ones. Like,
She's right.
Oh, come on.
So it's like the elbow is bent, like it could go straight, but it doesn't.
Yes, like
Yeah.
it looks like it can go straight, but it is not.
Who
So I was
who
thinking
makes
about-
that?
I don't know.
It has to be a Disney, right?
Pixar,
Yeah.
Disney Pixar.
Well, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a cabal for Pixar, and you can go in there and you can yell at them all you want.
Exactly.
But I was
I
thinking
don't
about
want to
making.
get sued.
I was thinking about making a poster or video about it. If you don't know, number one, I'm a big holiday special guy. Like I
Yeah.
like
There's
Christmas
always
specials, all that stuff.
tomorrow.
Toy Story That Time Forgot is one of the greatest holiday specials ever. And if you haven't seen it, it's essentially a Toy Story Christmas special.
Yeah.
It's really good. And for action figure fans, there's stuff in it that's particularly cool.
Yeah.
So I want to share it. I think people should watch it. I think I should share it with you guys. You should watch it. And that should be one of the things we talk about on Christmas Eve.
I
Let's
think
do it.
I'm almost certain I've seen it before. It came out a few years ago, right?
A while ago, yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
the
No,
Toy Story
I
characters go to another kid's house, and he gets
cousin.
their cousin's house.
Bonnie's cousin.
Bonnie's cousin, yeah.
Right.
He has he got all these like crazy, ridiculous dinosaur action figures.
Yeah.
Dinosaur
And like a
from
Motu
kingdom
thing.
long ago. And
In
in
history,
battle
battled every foe. Sit
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
History, battle swords, battle swords.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it.
it. Hell yeah. Well, hey, you know where you can solve that articulation problem for you once and for all in your whole life, and you'll be happy the rest of your toy collecting life. Just start collecting Mythic Legions. That's all you
Yeah.
got. You'll have no problems with the articulation. Paints are beautiful.
I love that. Your song together? That was beautiful.
Yeah, wasn't that awesome? Killed it.
Your dreams come what may.
See, she's so shy now, right?
Yeah, right. that all just blew right away.
To do tomorrow is not far away. That's from Rudolph.
I know.
What's your favorite song from Rudolph?
Yeah.
It's
It is silver and gold.
I do.
Silver and gold.
My favorite one is There's Always Tomorrow because my favorite character sings it.
That's it. So that's one of the topics again. Favorite Christmas specials. Favorite holiday figures.
Woof woof. I'm a
It
dog.
writes itself.
I gotta say this. She's the highlight of the show right now.
Absolutely.
Benny, I appreciate you hanging out this whole time, man.
Yo, 100%.
Benny, you're the man,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, bro. Benny's been hanging out the whole time, dude. It's freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks, brother. We appreciate it. Man. Listen, I would do it with just the three of us.
Yeah, man,
Or any two of us. It's all good, no worries. But
You mean the
like,
four of us.
dude, seriously, for me personally, this whole thing, us doing this on a weekly basis, has nothing to do with the viewership. It really doesn't. It's just about having our general conversation. I mean, there's it's open bar. You know what I mean? And that's what's cool about it.
That's like I told him, dude. I just want to get on and I want to be able to nerd out
Yeah,
every week.
yeah, absolutely.
Because I know she gets tired of like talking. Like if it's not Plunderling, she doesn't want to hear it.
It's not true.
No, but like I said, this is cool because it's just open forum and it's not. I mean, like I said, it's not 100%. Mythics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we'll jump into plenty of mythic stuff, but I mean, look how many different topics we've been through so already. You know what I mean? And each
Yeah, I
week
mean,
is better.
it's
Like I
always
said, the whole
going to come back.
thing is freaking
That's
awesome.
mythic
I
figures.
really like
Yeah,
action figure.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. Motu classics in the house right here.
I really like
Here we
this
go.
figure
All
because
are.
cat. And we're gonna get a cat soon, right, Daddy? Once our kitchen is done.
Yeah, we're getting a cat when our kitchen is done. 100%.
Nice.
And this one has brown hair like me.
That's right.
So
Katrina.
I don't know if I showed this, but I got this at Legion's Con.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That head is crazy. Grayson, look at this head.
Paul G.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul G is dope, man. He's awesome.
Kills it, dude. Paul kills it, bro.
I got
the complete
I got a Paul G head around here. Somewhere on my desk, there's a Paul G head. Actually, is this
Let
it
me
right here?
look. Oh, this is Merman.
This is a Paul G head right here.
This one
Yeah, dude, you're the one who told me to go to the thing.
Oh
This
yeah,
is a little bit
This is it.
heavy. This one is a little bit heavy.
Yes, Mondo.
Mondo.
Eric will know that one for sure.
It's a little bit of heaviness.
Oh yeah, Merman, Mondo Merman. Hell yeah,
It has like
that's a great figure. Bro.
doll eyes. The eyes are like the eyes you put on like expensive dolls.
Paul G right here. And with the new
Daddy.
Undead Builder pack,
Your finger is alive.
Yeah, dude, that'll look great.
isn't it?
So I have a little something funny to share with you guys.
Oh,
So
this is a little different, but it's
my dad's sister, she's like in her late 70s. She finally she wanted to travel.
not big
She finally got a chance to take a trip out to Italy this year. Maybe it was just a few weeks ago or sometime last month. Anyways, she knows that I collect Mythic Legions and she knows that I paint and customize and the whole nine. And I mean, like I said, bless her heart for, like I said, her thought and stuff. But she's like, my mom's like, hey, your aunt brought you something back from Italy. And I was like, oh, wow, really? And because my mom had visited Italy quite a few years back, and she brought me back these, like, at the time I was big into Disney. I used to collect like the Disney's Classics collection, which was like those really detailed porcelain painted figurine stuff that they had. I mean, they had,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
I
talking
had like, I mean, dude, I had like freaking tons of those things. And so I was doing that, but when my mom came back, she brought back these, I mean, I'll take some pictures and show you guys one of these days, but these beautiful, like sculpted statuettes or like maquettes from Italy that were all hand painted. I mean, they're just, she brought me one. It's like it's Pinocchio, and he's like sitting on top of Geppetto's like workbench, and just all the little details and stuff. I mean, the sculpture is just beautiful. But so when my mom told me that my aunt had brought me back something from Italy, I was thinking in that kind of sense. And my aunt brought me back this guy right here.
Nice.
Dude, the freaking the look at the paint apps on that thing, dude. I can't even hold it still, dude. I'm freaking laughing. Yeah, this guy's it's such a joke, bro. It's like his hand right here. It's like it didn't even like bother to make the figure. It's just like a glob of clay. It's like it's not even like, oh, it's so funny.
No fingers or nothing.
Yeah,
It's just
like
a
he's got the
ball.
fingers on the bow, but on this one, I can't. Like, see, it's like a big glob. In the
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's like, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, I had to like call my aunt and be like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, where the hell am I gonna put this?
Yeah.
Because I know if she visits my house, she's gonna be like, where's that figure I bought you?
It's right there.
It's
You
right
can't see
there
it?
in my case with like my, my customs. Like, yeah, that's it. I was just dying looking at this thing.
Oh damn.
Sorry.
When are we going to Missouri?
So Grayson is sad. So our half of our family. So my wife's sister and her family. So my sister-in-law, her family live around the corner from us.
I'm still worried about
And I've said it
Robin.
before. It's kind of like one family and two houses, basically, because my wife and her sister are basically like telepathically connected, and they need to be together. And they have two kids. They have a little girl who's a little bit less than a year old and a 4-year-old, and our kids are always all together. But they just went for a weekend trip to Missouri because my brother-in-law is from Missouri.
Yeah,
He's
they're
from-
gonna be back on Tuesday.
They're going to be back on Tuesday. And Grayson is so very upset that they had to go. Even though we had to go to North Carolina, and that was fine. But whatever. So she's very sad about it. But
I'm still worried about Rowan.
she'll be back. And they just sent us some pictures. She's fine. She's fine. She has... Rowan, her little cousin, had an ear infection, and Grayson is very worried about it. But it's okay. And that's Rowan. So Rowan is on the live now.
It's not working. It didn't work.
It's okay. She's 4, so we don't want
That's funny.
Won't give me the next one.
to... Yeah, she can be on the next one.
So here's where I gotta cut out. We're heading to Peddler's Village right near King of Prussia.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're going there with my mom.
We do that. Oh, we haven't done it in a while, but we normally do. That's like a thing we do every year. Should have told me,
Right.
dude. We'll go. Actually, you know what? I don't know if you're ever interested in going again. We'll probably go at some point in the next 2 weeks.
Why not? Yeah,
Yeah,
let us know, dude.
I really want to go on a plane.
Nice.
On that note, always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Benny, you're the man. Thanks for staying.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
brother. Take it easy. See you, Amber. Later, you guys. Have a good one.
Later, brother. Yeah, I should probably cut out too, man.
Yeah, how about that for a show, dude? That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I could do this like all day. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, all day. It's like
Okay. I think I need to hang out with my daughter. She's got a
Yeah,
lot of things to go on. So
you do your thing, brother.
thank you so much, guys.
Tell everybody my side.
Oh my God, Grayson! Please look at Grayson's sign. See what it says.
Mythic Legions is cool, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, sweetie. That's
All
awesome.
right, later, guys. You
All
got
right.
it. All right, I'm gonna go take care of this. Bye, guys.
You have a good day, man. See you later.
Bye.